Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to the Smackdown Watch Along. It is Friday, April 25th. Your girl is back here. It is the post WrestleMania Smackdown. So I'm very curious to see what goes down on today's show. John Cena is announced for today's show. And after everything that went down at WrestleMania, I can only imagine what they're going to do today, what's going to happen. I mean, it's either going to be really great or really bad. I don't know anymore regarding this storyline. So I'm just running with it and seeing what we get out of it. But welcome, everybody. We're still 3 minutes away. Once the show actually gets started, I will get the audio up and running for everybody. Actually, I'm going to start getting that going right now. And hold on. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, let me refresh. So yeah, that's basically what we've got today for SmackDown. So we'll see. Raw after Mania was so much fun. It was such a good show. So I'm hoping that SmackDown after Mania is just as good, especially since we're going to be here for the next 3 hours, guys. 3 hours we will be here talking about this show. So hopefully they give us something good out of this. But let's see who's here. Let's give some shout outs. I want to shout out Daryl Keith Ford for starting up the chat here. We also got Mark Jones. We got Casey Clark. We got Bryn Hockey, Brandon Rosen, the infamous DJ1. We got Benjamin Rankins. We got Matt Reichel. We got Terrence Sullivan, infamous DJ1, J Rock Dog, Sask Ryder, Henry Kiernan. Good to see you, Don. How are you? We got Johnny98. We got Double S, Tiger Claw Gaming, Maggie Sajak, Casey Clark. Happy Friday. We got Dan Lutzka in here. We got Tremaine Young, Joseph Boza, Raphael Smith, King Michael Gang, Ryan Powell. We got Janica Kieran. We got Juan. We got Mr. CJ Lilly. We got, who else do we got in here? We got John Riley. Good to see you, John. We got Seth Iroth in the building. Sask Ryder 2. Mr. Grimley. Juan Carbajal. Juan Ortega. We got Day Day. We got Mike Rouse. We're 1 minute away. Actually, way less than that. We're 10 seconds away. My bad. We got KJ in here. Larice Johnson. Stuart Bridgman. Stuart, I'm wearing the shirt you got me. This is thanks to you, bud. It's my new favorite shirt, by the way. I wear it all the time. We got Rated TV, M.A. Lewis, Mike Rouse in here. We got Home Wrestling League, Ivan Garcia. What up? Who else haven't I said hello to? We got Andrea Price, Sparta Primes. I try to get everybody right before the show. We got Taylor in here. What's up, everyone? All right, SmackDown's about to start. Let's see. Please, hopefully today's show is a good one. And let me get the audio up. All right, audio is up. Should be starting soon.
Then.
All right, let's do our daily audio check, everyone. If you can hear SmackDown and you can hear me, and both are at a decent volume, please let me know. So hopefully we're all good. Hey, guys, so we got our first super chat of the night. Thank you so much to Day, who says, I took work off just for you. I love that shirt. Yo, I hope you enjoy SmackDown. I'm glad that you got Friday night off. There's nothing better than having a Friday night off. So, Day, I hope you enjoy your night off. And I hope you enjoy SmackDown. We got Dan Lutzka in here who says, my WrestleMania hangover is now over. Good stuff, Dan. I'm feeling a lot more energized today. On Monday, I was pretty tired coming off of Las Vegas. Today, Montez Ford has a cowboy hat. He's looking like cowboy glam. Today, I'm definitely feeling like a lot more rested, that's for sure. I am editing my WrestleMania vlog that's going up tomorrow, and it's so funny because I was watching my vlog. I'm still not done with it, but I'm watching it, and as I go on, like I start off like the first day, I'm all funky, full of energy, and by the end of it, I'm just like a walking zombie. So you really see the change in my energy levels from the start of the WrestleMania vlog to the end of the WrestleMania vlog. So all that to say, Dan, that I get it. Oh my gosh, Tiffany Stratton still has her forehead is still busted open from that brutal fight that she had there with Charlotte Flair. So Dan, thank you so much for sending in the super chat, and I'm glad that your WrestleMania hangover is over, and hopefully you have a good time watching SmackDown today. Thank you, Dan. We got Mike Kowinski in here. What's up, Mike? We got KJ.
WrestleMania week is taking over.
Tired of seeing Las Vegas, guys.
It's just unreal right now.
Let's see. We got Megan. What's up, Megan? Says hello, everyone. My birthday is tomorrow. Hey, Megan, happy early birthday. I love that your birthday's on a Saturday, by the way, because that's kind of the best. You get to go all out and do your thing. I think that's great, man. We got Jared Palmer here, says in the new U.S. champion Denise helps spin Jacob Fatu. Yes. Rooting for the AI hub. We got Dawn here who says 27 months. Wow, time is flying by. It really is, man. I can't believe how fast time flies by. Dawn, thank you so much for all of your support. And I hope you're also having a nice start to your weekend here. We got Big G in here, Sask Rider 2, Dr. J Merritt. We got I Show Sigma, Larice Johnson. Thank you so much for the super chat. He says, "Did you hear what happened in Gunther?" Yeah, they hold on, let me see. They what do you call it? They fined him or something, or suspended him. Yeah, suspended him and fined him for his attack on Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. So, hey, Gunther can chill for a bit and then come back and get to work and do his thing, you know? Thank you so much, Larice Johnson, for the super chat. We also got, by the way, X Mulder. Yes, I am a Swiftie. Love Taylor. We got Dan Lobster here, by the way, who also gifted 5 DWO membership. Hell yeah, man. Not only does that help out me, but it also helps out people get some free membership. So very, very cool of you, Dan. We got Trilla514. What is up? Trilla says tippy time. We got Crazy Cool D in the building. Nick Rosso. Hey, Tanisha Hicks. I hope. Tanisha Hicks is at the show, everybody. Tanisha, enjoy the show. I hope it's a good one. Have some fun concessions. Let me know how the nachos are or whatever you decide to snack on at SmackDown. Let us know. But enjoy the show. And you'll get to see John Cena today, so that's great. Goucher Boy says, "Hey, Denise and everyone, I love that phrase, WrestleMania hangover." Brandon Rosen says, "I can never get enough of Vegas. I may have a problem." Yeah, Brandon, I'm telling you, 3 days. After 3 days, if you still like being in Vegas, we need to talk, bro. We need to talk. Because after 3 days, I'm like done. I'm cooked. I don't want to see Las Vegas. I don't want to know about Las Vegas. None of it. Kevin Simpson, thank you so much for joining the stream. Infamous DJ1, I also saw that, so we'll see if we see the Wyatt 6 today. We got Sarah in the building. Nice to see you, Sarah. We got Mr. Bikers. Thank you, Mr. Bikers, for tuning in. Qdis says, "Please, no more Fiends." Dude, I'm so over Fiends. The other day, it was stuck in my head so badly. I was so mad. I was brushing my teeth, and I was literally going Fiend over and over in my head. It was so annoying. Super Pro here says, "Hello, Denise. My birthday is tomorrow. Good to see Denise in the DWO." Okay, so we got 2 birthdays coming up tomorrow. Super Pro, happy early birthday, man. I hope you have a good celebration. I love that. It's the end of the April birthdays. We got Eric Diaz in here. What's up, Eric? And thank you so much, Tracy, for the super chat. Tracy says, "So I was wrestled out by Wednesday and needed a 48-hour cleansing and watch SVU in Chicago PD to reset myself. I did watch your grades, though." Thank you, Tracy. I'm still going. I'm still posting daily videos. The vlog for WrestleMania goes up tomorrow. I'm not done editing it. I have to do the voiceovers, but I've already pieced everything together, which honestly, guys, editing vlogs is probably one of my least favorite things to do because I have so many freaking video clips on my phone. Then I have to airdrop all my video clips and put them all in order of how the events unfolded. It's so annoying. And then I get mad at myself because I'm like, oh, I should have showed this. I should have shown that. Oh, I didn't get a video of this. Why didn't I get a video of that? Oh, we're starting off with John Cena. So yeah, Tracy, thank you so much for checking out the video. Thank you for the love, and I'm glad you got your wrestling cleanse. I still haven't got mine. I'm hoping to have a wrestling cleanse this weekend. Thank you, Tracy. John Cena. Okay, so how many John Cena? He said we were at 27 appearances, right? So now we're at 26, I believe. I think 27 was the number on Monday, right? I think it was 27. We got Day Day here who says, "Yeah, I got my first super chat. It deserves another."
Please welcome.
Thank you, Day Day. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much. Guys, show some love to Day Day, please. We got well-rounded Leo in the building. What's up, Leo? Leo says, "I don't care about John Cena's heel turn. I'd wanted him to turn heel in his prime because his face character was insincere and fake and was face just to sell t-shirts. And now that he's old, I don't care." I think right now it's kind of hard to get so interested in it because a lot of us have sort of been left with like a bad taste in our mouths coming out of WrestleMania's main event. I think had WrestleMania's main event been like super bomb and all of that, I think more people would be feeling John Cena's heel turn. I think the people that are feeling John Cena's heel turn are just like super diehard John Cena fans. That's what it feels like to me. But if you're not a diehard John Cena fan, this may not be your favorite face. I'm not a diehard John Cena fan. I like John Cena. And I was so excited about this heel turn coming off of Elimination Chamber. And I was ready to be taken on a ride. Unfortunately, I think I got off the ride. Let's see if I decide to get back on it at some point. But we'll see what they do. He still has the rest of the year. And obviously, since it's John Cena's final year, I want to make sure that I enjoy it. So I'm hoping it gets good fast. Thank you so much, well-rounded Leo. We also got Oscar Laura. Thank you so much, Oscar Laura, who says no morphine. I'm not even going to, I feel like if I say the word, everyone's going to hear the song in their head, and I don't want to do that to everybody. So let's think of a different song. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. All right, that one got stuck in my head too for like 2 weeks last time. Oscar, thank you so much for the super chat. Hope you're having a nice Friday. Uncle Dong says, "Hey fam, so glad WrestleMania is over. No more bing, bing, bing." I don't even know how it goes, this song. I just know it goes over and over and over again. And by the way, the John Cena chants are still the same, half and half, like they always are. So still so far, let's see. Hopefully we get a different promo from John Cena today. Let's see what we get.
My sincerest apologies. I have been informed again that my announcement has been deemed disrespectful.
From far away, this guy kind of looks a little bit like Chris Van Vliet. I was about to say what
greatest of all
from
time.
far away. I gotta make sure to tell Chris that. Not up close though, from far. Far, and you gotta squint.
Gracing Fort Worth with his presence for the final time, the last real champion, John Cena!
That feels like the biggest selling point right now. It's like, here's John Cena, last real champion for the last year. Thank you so much, Uncle Dunk, for the super chat. I love how all of our super chats right now are about how they don't like the WrestleMania song. That's literally where we're at right now. Kevin Simpson says, "I can see that." Dawn, you're right. The announcer does look like Nick Lachey. Yes. Oh my gosh. Nick Lachey all the way. Yes. Oh, here we go. We're getting right to it. Randy Orton. Let's see what Randy has to say. I'm glad. I'm actually kind of glad that we're getting Randy right now instead, because this definitely makes things feel just a little bit more different.
Well, the other night on Monday Night Raw, creeping into the frame with the new undisputed WWE champ.
We got Joshua Bones in the chat. What's up, Joshua?
And look who arrived.
I'm gonna shout it out here. Oh, we got Charles Lee Page. What's up, Charles? Who's the greatest eyebrows in wrestling? What are we talking about? I know it's not John Cena. Who are we talking about with greatest eyebrows?
Pathway to retirement with that championship on his shoulder. may not quite be as
Does
easy
have
as he
Seth
may
Rollins
have
has some nice
That's one
eyebrows
thing
for like a
for
guy.
Randy Orton to
I think
entertain
Seth's
the fans
eyebrows
in
are
Vegas
nice.
with an RKO party on
Who
Joe
else
Hendry.
has
It's
really
another
nice
thing
eyebrows
to
for
do
a
what
guy?
he did on Monday night to John Cena.
They're out there. I just got to think about them. We got Melissa Cabello in the stream. What's up, Melissa? We also got Jonathan. What's up, Jonathan? We got Starshmello. That's the people's eyebrows. I mean, The Rock was good with the eyebrow, but he doesn't have like great eyebrows, though. He doesn't have like Brooke Shields eyebrows, you know, or Denise Richards, you know, like their eyebrows. Oh yes, John. Roman has nice eyebrows, but when I think of Roman, I mainly think about his teeth. He's got really nice teeth. Like his teeth are kind of perfect. They're a little too perfect. We got James Richards in the chat. What's up, James? Jay Grout says, imagine someone telling you in 2009 we would see heel Cena versus face Orton. Right? Isn't it? That's what makes it kind of feel a little different. We got I Don't Let Your Meatloaf podcast say, I'm going to be at Backlash St. Louis. I want Randy to bring it home. Hostile environment for Cena. I don't think he's gonna win in St. Louis. I mean, it'd be great, but I don't know if he is, though. We'll see. I have no idea. What's up, Jay Free? What is up, man? Chris E, I do not have a teeth fetish. Ask anybody, and they're gonna tell you that they've noticed Roman Reigns' teeth. I don't even think teeth fetish is the thing. It's more like teeth appreciation. All right, here we go. What's up, T-Mac Jr. 209? Thank you for tuning in. We got Cool Fool in here. All right, now I'm going to shut up.
Do you know what I found out just a couple days ago? In a couple months, it'll be 25 years to the day that you and I first shook hands.
Wow, 25 years. Insane.
25 years. I have known you for 25 years, and I mean this as a compliment. Up until a few months ago, you never changed. You were always about hustle, loyalty, respect. It wasn't some catchy slogan for merchandise. It was a way of life. It was your mantra for every day of your life. So I realized these last few months, I need to think long and hard about what's going on. There's a void inside you, John, a void that needs fulfillment. So I started racking my brain, and I started thinking about all of the fans over the years. The millions and millions of kids that have looked up to you since day one. All the kids that you have motivated, that you have been a role model for. These kids, they set goals because of you. They accomplished those goals and set more goals. Whether it was the track field, on the court, in the classroom, you made those children better. Generations and generations of children looked up to you.
Except me. I was
Surely
never a
that
Cena
means something
fan
to you.
growing up. I was anti-Cena growing
You
up.
granted more wishes than anybody in the history of
Respect.
the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Respect on that one. You can't boo John Cena with that one, guys. You just can't.
You can't tell me, I know you too well, you cannot tell me that each and every one of those sick children that you've met left with a piece of your heart. You can't tell me that they were just a number. I know
hope John
that
Cena
that meant
doesn't say
something to
anything
you.
about
So
them. No.
I figured out how to fill the void.
So weird seeing Cena with the belt. Trips me out.
Take it from me, John. You need to have some damn kids.
Wait, what? That's where it's going with it?
Could you imagine a bunch of square-jawed, thick four-armed little Cenas running around?
What?
The world would be a better place. And then you would be back to who you are, who you truly are, who I know you are. You need to become a father, man. Grow up. It'll make you a better human being.
I was not expecting Randy to tell John Cena he needs some kids. That was not where I saw this going. That's hilarious. I'm sorry. That is so funny.
How dare you?
I gotta be on John Cena's
How
side here. I mean, you
dare
just can't force someone to
prance
have
out
kids.
Here with a smile on your face, under the guise of making me feel better, and then parent shame me in front of the whole world.
He got parent shamed.
Congratulations,
I'm sorry.
Randy Orton.
What is happening right now?
You have children and you love them. Good for you.
What? What is
you
happening?
Know the real reason why I don't have kids?
Why?
Because I've spent the last 25 years raising yours.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
And by the sound of it from this group tonight, I have done an impeccable job.
Yo, John Cena just took credit for the last.
Here is the real truth.
That's funny.
For the last 25 years, I have been a better parent to your children than you could ever be.
What? You know what? I'm glad to say that I did not grow up a John Cena fan.
Your dad's a loser.
Damn, John Cena did not raise me.
Oh, great. A 6-year-old just gave me the finger. Classy. Very, very classy.
Shout out to them. Someone pan the camera on that 6-year-old. That's hilarious.
That's why I don't have kids. I've been policing brats like this for a quarter of a century.
That's funny.
Bit of advice, kid. Never bring a knife to a gunfight.
Now that's actually a pretty good tip right there, by the way.
Bet your loser dad didn't teach you that one. Don't look at me like you're gonna do something either.
Where's this kid?
John,
are we done here?
John,
I need a camera shot here.
Done,
oh, I see him from far away.
Has that Hollywood rot, has it set so deep inside your brain you can't even hear what I'm saying right now? It doesn't have to be one or the other. These fans are the reason why you are here standing before me in this ring right now. They're the reason you're in Hollywood right now. WWE is why you made it to Hollywood and you are crushing it. You cut your teeth here. You honed your skills here. You developed your work ethic in this ring. You took it to Hollywood, and like I said, you are crushing it. Without the WWE, there is no Hollywood. And without the WWE universe, there is no WWE. No matter which way you add it up, no matter what kind of math you apply to it, these fans are the biggest reason that you are standing here today in this ring with me. John, I've made a lot of mistakes throughout my life, throughout my career. I've learned from them. I've had a long journey, but I can go in that locker room. I can hold my head up high, and I get respect from my peers. I am a piece of furniture here. I am here to stay. You, man, you're just a guest.
I mean, he was gone for a long time and in and out, so I get it. I get it.
We all have our perspectives. I used to believe yours, that without them, there is no WWE. I used to think that we won together. I was wrong. We didn't win anything. I did. I have never needed a single one of these people. They will chant in the same breath, "Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks."
Yeah, no matter what happens at this point, they will always chant that. Like, no matter what.
I just called out a rando and he turned pale white. Imagine being told you suck for 25 years. They don't mean anything to me. You are just like all of them. You're all hypocrites. Because once you get tired of me, you can put your energy into any superstar you want to cheer for. But if the roles are reversed and I put my energy into anything other than this, I'm an outcast, I'm a guest. That's why this is dysfunctional. That's why this doesn't work anymore.
I think Randy needs to go off and tell Cena he's losing his mind.
That is manipulation.
Tell him, Randy.
You are simply manipulating the truth to make yourself feel good that
Cut him
you
off,
have
Randy.
done nothing with your lives.
Cut him off.
The only thing that man right there has done is dress up to look like Jack Black.
Put a camera shot on this guy. Man, they're not showing any of the fans John Cena's roasting today.
Old, and that's
I want to see them.
Has to say for his life. I get criticized and labeled as an outcast, a guest, for simply trying to do something different.
You know what? I was so stupid. I was so stupid to come out here and think for 1 second that in this weird, bizarro world where I'm a good guy and you're a bad guy, that you would somehow listen to what I'm saying. But the words that are coming out of my mouth, they're not penetrating your thick-ass skull, are they, John? Cody Rhodes, before his
literally
entrance music
anytime you argue with someone, you can copy and paste that response from Randy.
Royal family. You know, he's not just talking about his family, right? He's also talking about my family. You want to ruin wrestling? Wrestling has given me everything. Ever since I came out of my mother's womb, wrestling has provided for me. Wrestling will provide for me, my children, my loved ones, until I am put 6 feet in the freaking ground. Ruin wrestling? You're not gonna ruin wrestling, not over my dead body.
Shut your mouth!
Oh, damn.
You just don't understand, do you?
John Cena's so whiny as a heel.
I'll explain it to you. I've already won 17, okay? You've won 14.
That's not too far behind.
Take this home with me. You are forever frozen at 14. Yes, there will be another show. You will have other matches. They will create some tinfoil title and decide a champion. And if you are lucky to ever get your hands on it, your counter starts over at 1, you babbling moron.
Randy, come on, don't let him say all this to you.
Is when I leave here, make sure 3 generations of your family is erased.
Randy, get his ass. Come on. RKO him. Back to Hollywood.
You say you're the last real champ. All right, prove it right here, right now. Put that title on the line and fight me. Right here, right now.
We all know that's not going to happen.
You ain't erasing my family, sister. No way in hell. How dare you say that to me after everything you've been through? How dare you say that to me?
No.
I think we all knew that. Sorry to Fort Worth,
No.
Texas, if they got their hopes up.
And just like so many times over the past 25 years, I'm doing it to save your ass. There should be a match. Randy Orton versus John Cena for the Undisputed Championship. But it shouldn't happen here. I've already given you a hard enough time. It's not your fault. It's for Randy. It should happen at Backlash, Randy.
I'm glad they
Because
actually
Backlash
announced
is
it
in
right
St.
now.
Louis.
I mean, we all knew that, but I'm glad that they announced it right
I know
now.
that's hard for you to hear, but for Randy, it's great because Randy is from St. Louis. So you can spend the whole day with your family, Randy. You can make sure you show up well rested. Randy Orton at his best. Because I need Randy Orton at his best. Because after Backlash, when you fail, you will have no excuses. Take a good look, Randy. This is what the last real champion looks like. And this is as close to this championship as you're ever going.
Man, I want Randy to win. Oh,
Cena
no.
comes in with a right hand and attacks the Viper.
A sucker punch.
I hate
from
it.
the
Get him, Randy.
self-proclaimed
Come on,
last
get up,
real
Randy.
champ Who got humiliated by the Viper on Monday Night Raw.
Wanted to see a beautiful RKO today.
Take this title
However, it's not
and
looking
erase
likely.
3 generations of your family, Randy. And now he's lining up, it looks like, with that title in hand to hit Randy Orton.
Once again, the most desperate cheap shot from John Cena.
Looking to deliver.
Yay! Yay! Okay, good. Good. We can't end this without an RKO, bro. We gotta get an RKO.
Bring a knife to a gunfight, John
Come on.
Cena. Your own words.
Lay his ass
He did it on
out.
Monday. He does it here on Friday Night Smackdown. And that undisputed WWE Championship
Oh, shit, guys.
lays there.
I want Randy to win a Backlash, but I fear it's definitely not going to happen. But I still want it,
And the
so.
sadistic voices are getting louder in the mind of Randy Orton.
Oh, no. Don't raise the belt, Randy.
With that championship
Aww.
in his hands. And remember,
What a segment, though. That was a fun start to SmackDown. It kind of went in directions that I wasn't anticipating for it to go into. I couldn't have predicted this promo if I tried. I wasn't going to imagine that Randy would tell him that the void missing in his life was the fact that he hadn't had any children. That was my favorite part of the whole thing. Because again, like who would have thought that was the direction they were going to go?
Meanwhile, after 230 days as NXT Tag Team Champions, Fraxiom has
Oh yeah,
arrived here to
Fraxiom's on the show today. It's a really good opportunity for them.
They are
Fraxiom's really fun. I'm sure most of you have already seen Fraxiom, but for those of you who don't watch any NXT, and I doubt it, I'm pretty sure everyone here has seen some of Fraxiom. But if you haven't, though, if there's that one random person out here that's not seen Fraxiom, they're very, very entertaining. Let's see what we got here. Infamous DJ1 says that's a tough subject for a lot of people. And it's usually when people say, oh, why don't you have children? That's usually something that's saved for women. Like, you never hear men be asked, like, hey, why don't you have children? No, they never get asked that for the most part, you know? So it's like, that was completely unexpected. John Agasso says this promo was better than Cody's, in my opinion. Well, there was that one back and forth promo on Raw that Cody and John did that I thought was really good. That one, the one where they were throwing shots at each other and John told, Cody about like taking billionaires' sons' money. that promo. I thought that promo was really great. And then if I had to rank one below that, then I would rank this one right below that one. Only because they did have some shots fired between John and Cody during that 1 week, and that one was really good. But yeah. All right, let me catch up here on the super chats, everybody. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in to the show today, to the watch along. I don't know what else is going to happen on SmackDown, but I hope that it's good, man. I mean, we're off to a good start, but we were expecting something pretty noteworthy with John Cena and Randy, so I feel like that's where we're at right now. Let's see where we are at. We are here with Brandon Rosen. Brandon, thank you so much for this generous super chat, Brandon. He says, hot take, or maybe just warm. WrestleMania 41 was mostly mid, but it was only because the builds to the previous two were so awesome by comparison. The Rock sticking his nose in creative at the last minute didn't help things either. I do think that's a little bit of a hot take. I feel like I can't agree only because I still very much remember the last several recent WrestleManias. And for the most part, I feel like I loved WrestleMania 38. I loved WrestleMania 39. I loved WrestleMania 40. And I feel like the only ones I didn't totally love, well, obviously 36. 36 was just hard to love. 36 was hard to love, even though there were some okay things on the show. That one was difficult because it was the pandemic era WrestleMania. But WrestleMania 37 also had some good things. I really, really liked the triple threat for WrestleMania 37. They had some good matches there too. So if we're just talking recent years for WrestleMania, this did not compare. Like, it's not just about WrestleMania 40 being extraordinarily good or exciting, or the builds and all of that, because there was previous WrestleManias that I also think had better builds as well as better matches overall, and just had that WrestleMania feel. WrestleMania night 1 this year did not feel like WrestleMania. It was weird. It felt like we were just watching an overhyped show of some sort. And WrestleMania 2, obviously with the women and some of the other matches on the card, they got some of that pageantry feeling back. And so WrestleMania 2 definitely, night 2, felt better. But overall, though, it was a rough first night for sure. And you don't want to get things started like that, because it kind of, got people being like, what the hell is happening, And then with the terrible ending to the show, it was just, the night 2 WrestleMania was not bad. It was just the ending of the show that obviously had everybody being like, what the hell, man? What did we just see? But yeah, thank you so much to Brandon for this generous super chat and for your hot take. We got Uncle Donk here who says, personally, I think Randy should be Cena's last opponent. They came up WWE at the same time. Having Randy at the last feud completes this full circle. So it seems like a lot of people were expecting Randy to be the last person, the last match. But now I'm wondering if they're going to use John Cena's last match to maybe put somebody else over. Or who knows? Maybe they decide to do Randy and John Cena twice. Who knows? I think Randy felt like the most likely option. Now I'm wondering if maybe Cody will be Randy's last match and he takes his belt back. I don't know, because I was also expecting for that to be a lot sooner. I'm not expecting for that to happen all the way till the end of December. If I was going to predict Cody getting his title back, I was going to predict that happening for SummerSlam. So I don't know. Maybe I was wrong on the time frame of all of that. By the way, the show is back. Let me put the audio back on.
15 days away from
and
Cena's
so
first title
now,
defense.
there's so many different options, right? It could be another person. By the way, here's the official, card, or the official match card for match graphic for John Cena and Randy Orton. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, are they going to use that to close out? Are they going to go with someone that's more of a meaningful, sentimental kind of opponent for John Cena? Or are they going to go with someone that can be put over to it, get the ultimate rub, right? Or is it going to be Cody Rhodes to tie up the story very nice, to tie up the story and give Cody Rhodes something back? Because man, they did Cody so dirty at the WrestleMania. So I want him to get back some of that prestige. So I don't even know what you want to call it. Whatever he lost at WrestleMania, get it back. That includes the title. Thank you, Uncle Dunk. We got Ryan Adams here who says, am I really this excited for Orton versus Cena in 2025? Yes, I am. I am too, honestly. I really, really am. And again, I'm not expecting Randy to win, though, but if he did, I'd be effing thrilled because I would kind of prefer it.
Excellent
Thank you, Ryan, for the super chat.
They were overtaken by Hank and Tank.
By the way,
Now,
here we go. We're getting Fraxiom versus Umberto and Angel Garza. We got Mark Firefly Forever here. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all doing well and resting well from WrestleMania. Denise, love the shirt. Always a pleasure to see you, Mark. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, dude, I'm super obsessed with this shirt. It's so comfortable. The design is cool. I just pair it with some leggings and some boots, and I got a bomb outfit. And then plus it also goes with these little stars that I bought like a few weeks ago. So I feel like I got the whole getup right now. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Thank you, Mark. Love. We got JBX here who says, do you think Cena's last match will be the Rock trilogy?
Wow, would you look at Nathan Fraser?
There goes Axiom. I don't know because with The Rock, it's just so much more questionable, right? Every time we think we know what's going down with The Rock or what he's going to do next, it doesn't happen that way. Remember when we thought Rock and Cody was going to happen, and then it didn't. Remember when we thought Rock and Roman was going to happen, and then it didn't. Every time, I remember when we thought that The Rock was going to come out at WrestleMania, and then it didn't. It feels like everything that I've even tried to predict with The Rock, that I or the wrestling fans have tried to predict with The Rock, has just gone in an entirely different direction. So it's very hard for me to even try to predict anything with The Rock. JBS, I'm so sorry. I wish I had a better answer for you. But thank you so much, though, for that super chat. Also, I'm curious to see what your guys' reaction is because there was like a rumor going around about the possibility of John Cena and Travis Scott with Bad Bunny and Cody Rhodes. I saw that and I'm like, oh shit, like I love what Bad Bunny has brought to WWE when he has been here. But dude, I don't want to see Travis Scott. Like he has to come in and be really damn impressive, especially because we already know that Bad Bunny can get the job done, you know? JBX, thank you for the super chat. Hope you're having a nice Friday. We got Abraham Razo. Abraham, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, Cody costs Randy at Backlash. He needs to turn heel. Would you do Cody Rhodes' turn heel though? Before Cody turns back to babyface though? I mean, sorry, not Cody. John Cena before John Cena turns back to babyface. That's a question for you. I'm kind of turning back the tables here. I don't know that Cody has to turn heel. I just think that Cody needs to. I don't even think Cody needs to turn heel. Honestly, I don't feel that passionate about him having to turn heel. I really don't. I just need them not to make him look like he's a goof. And that's my biggest. The thing I like the most about Cody is that he's a storyteller. He's a storyteller on the mic and in the ring. I've seen Cody wrestle a whole lot in and out of WWE. And I want to see Cody treated with that kind of respect. The respect that we saw that he got at WrestleMania 40. That kind of respect. I just don't. I didn't like the way they made him look at WrestleMania 41, and I want them to take that out of my head, erase it, and rewrite it, and show us that Cody is better than that. Show us that Cody is someone that if you invested in him, that if you're a fan of Cody, that you weren't wrong in being a Cody Rhodes fan. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Abraham, thank you so much for the super chat. We got Brandon Rosen here who says, I gotta say that at first I didn't get Fraxiom and didn't see them going for as a team. Glad I was wrong. I'm so happy for their success. Fraxiom is one of the most loved NXT, I would say. Primarily because they're very entertaining to watch, very entertaining with the speed that Nathan brings and the high flying technique that Axiom brings. They both just make something very, very nice together. So I like Fraxiom as a tag team, and I've seen them at the end of the year when people were giving out like their year-end awards. So many people were giving love to Fraxiom. And I thought that was very cool because they were one of the rare NXT acts that were getting that love, especially because NXT is not watched as much as Raw or SmackDown. So some acts, like even if they're doing really good, they may not get that same recognition just because not many people are watching them like they are Raw and SmackDown. So I was very thrilled to see Fraxiom basically top out like pretty much every single other tag team on WWE TV. Thank you, Brandon.
His way into action and the super kick. And look at him clear things up.
Well, this is 1,000.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Dude was going 100 miles per hour. Like, how is that not hella entertaining to watch? You don't even got to be a wrestling fan to enjoy. Look at that.
His way, but
yo. He went so fast on the second rope, and I'm like, dude, chill for a second. I don't want you to, like, that's the thing about Fraxiom. I mean, sorry, I keep saying Fraxiom. That's the thing about Nathan Frazier is that he moves so freaking fast sometimes that I worry. Because he gets all crazy, right? And he's got his hair all over the place, and I'm like, dude, can you even see? Are you okay? And every single time I worry, I realize that I don't have to worry because that's just who he is. That's just the way he moves. That's just Nathan Frazier. And that's just his natural energy and movement in the ring. That's just what it is. Bridgman, you're too kind. Oh my gosh, Stuart, thank you so much for this super generous super chat. You're the reason I have this t-shirt, by the way. If you guys didn't watch the WWE World Tour video that I did, I had seen the shirt, and Stuart sent in a super chat for me to buy it. So Stuart's already the reason I have my favorite wrestling t-shirt now. I was scared. I'm like, if they toss out Nathan Frazier right now, knowing Nathan Frazier is going to do something crazy. Is this actually going to be a victory for... Oh, I was about to say, is this actually going to be a victory for Humberto and Angel Garza?
What a more look at this. This is right after the
Denise's Pieces is my, I don't want to say brand new YouTube channel because I had started it 2 years ago and then I didn't really post on it for 2 years. So it was dormant for 2 years. I didn't post anything because I'm an idiot and I should have. And so now I'm definitely making sure to post on there because I feel like just based off of YouTube algorithm and things like that. Oh, I love this.
Right in the middle of the ring.
I just think it's a good idea to have clips on a different page than putting it all on one page. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to keep posting and see how it does. And hopefully it gets somewhere. It's not monetized yet, so it's not making any money yet. So please go watch the videos so that I can reach monetization. But I know I'll get there as long as I keep posting and don't give up the way I did last time. Thank you so much, Stuart Bridgman, for the encouragement after the super chat.
This has been, but is Power going to win it in the end from Angel?
Okay, I think they're going for a Spanish fly. Yeah, Spanish fly. And then Frazier, I think they're going to win this match. How did he do that? How did he do that? Yo, they got the win, man. I mean, they're a great tag team, but also, I'm so sorry, Angel Garza. I'm so sorry, Humberto. They always do this to them, but also, I'm so happy for Fraxiom. They kind of deserve this big victory because they've been putting in the damn work. So it's a little bit of a mix here. A little bit of a mix.
DIY, they're getting ready for it against the Street Profits and the Motor City Machine Guns for the championship tonight. And Tiffany Stratton. We will hear from the WWE Women's
I'm excited to hear from Tiffany. Oh, yeah, it did look like her tooth was busted, but it's definitely not, though. I'm glad because that would have been so awful. We were talking earlier today about people's teeth. Like, well, people, and I specifically want to say Roman Reigns. And yeah, it would really suck if Tiffany had lost a tooth or something because she's like picture perfect. We got MGC who says, just recently came across some of your videos on YouTube and think you're great. Love your vibe and knowledge of all that is professional wrestling. MGC, thank you so much, man, for taking part in the chat here and joining. That's very, very cool of you. Let me see. We got Nick the Creator. I wish this would happen. Nick the Creator says, imagine Frazier and Braun both going full speed and then hit a spear. This is what dreams are made of right there. You need to like tweet that and like tag Triple H or something so that they can see this and execute it. Thank you, Nick the Creator. Let's see what else we got here. We got Don't Let Your Meatloaf podcast say, I want Cody to be redeemed. I truly believe that Cody Rhodes is the best wrestler on God's green earth and will one day be in the GOAT conversation. I do want Cody Rhodes to be redeemed. Yes, I do want them to be redeemed. We got Conception here says, would not making Fraxiom a part of Raw make more sense? The SmackDown division is quite stacked already. I think that's why they are today on SmackDown, because look, who else said like they have people to play with. Like if they do go to SmackDown, they're actually going to have teams to have matchups with. Both the divisions need more work, but definitely the Raw one needs a lot more. But if they're going to, you know, still spruce up that Raw tag team division, they got to add more than like one team. Like it's got to be a few more because it's pretty slim. So I know, and I think also like Fraxiom just kind of works better too with the teams that they have right now on SmackDown. But I get what you're saying, man. They need to get that Raw tag team division going, though. I 100% agree with that. And let's see what else we have here. We got John here who says John Cena might keep winning until the last day where he loses to build suspense. Possibly. Also, let me just make sure I'm caught up here. Oh, yes. We got Brandon Rosen. Thank you so much for the super chat, Brandon. He says, how do you like clean-shaven Ciampa? I didn't recognize him when they were slowly panning up. It took me a second to be like, oh, that's Tommaso Ciampa. And yes, I agree with Bryn Hawking here who says that Ciampa looks so different without his beard, looks so much younger. Yes. And that's usually what happens, right? When they have their beard, they look very rugged, very manly, very, testosterone levels. They're very high. Without the without the beard, they look like little baby. Like, go home to your mommy. You're so cute. Your mommy wants to make lunch for you. That's totally different vibes, you know? I'm a beard girl, guys. I'm sorry. I love me a man with a beard. So I'm not a clean shaven kind of girl. Like, I like guys with beards. I like them to look, a little bit of that. I can't, pretty boy, pretty no shaven beard. It's not my thing. I like there to be that ruggedness, that manly feel, that kind of thing. I'm sharing too much. Brandon, thank you so much for the super chat. Brandon's like, Denise, that wasn't my question. That was not my question. Oh man, that's so funny. Tiger Claw's like, oh, my testosterone levels are high with or without a beard. Yeah, but you can tell more with said beard. Infamous DJ one says, I hate my beard. I always shave. Yeah, because I know that at a certain point it gets a little bit harder to groom, but just keep grooming it. Yeah, I I definitely prefer the beard. But anyways, everyone, to each their own. To each their own. All right, we're back on the show here. Now that I've shared too much. Hillbull Dragon says, how about Hillbull, not full beard? It's cool. Hillbull's cool, but I'm a beard girl. Christopher Snow says, you can take my beard to my cold dead hand. Godfather says, I like my beard shaved too. It's so funny. We got Samuel here who says, mine is finally filling in right and my test levels are insane without WWE. Sparks here says, my girlfriend always makes me shave my beard. I think at the end of the day, guys, whoever you're with is the person that should be like the one that matters. Like if they like clean shaven, go for it. If they like beard, go for it. If they like mustaches, go for it.
Gentlemen,
thank you, Sparks.
Welcome.
We got Brandon Rosen here who says, oh no, thank you sincerely, a bearded man. What's up? Shout out to the beard. Hope the beard is going well.
So here comes the well-earned victory
Brandon.
lap after a hard-fought match. And for Tiffany Stratton, WrestleMania was more than just a title defense.
Mike Vincenti says, my girlfriend doesn't like me clean-shaved or with a beard.
Wait, I think for the WWE
A mustache?
she's forever
I'm assuming something in between.
And that experience
Stubble?
and that
Maybe
build-up.
stubble? Mustache? Not sure. What's up, Sick Boy? Good to see you in here. By the way, if I haven't shouted you out here, please take part in the chat. I usually shout people out during commercial breaks as well as entrances.
We've known for years that Tiffany Stratton can win
Sorry.
pretty. Well, now she can also
Thing
win
and it just flew past my eye.
big development in the career of the champ.
All right, let's see what we get from Tiffany today. We've got an in-ring promo from Tiffy. So let's see what we get out of it.
What time is it?
Tiffy time.
That's right. At
Her WrestleMania entrance
in front
was
of
so good.
60,000 people, it was Tiffy time. I went toe-to-toe with one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, she did.
Charlotte Flair.
And it was wild.
And I can't even lie, there were moments when I doubted myself and the pressure got to me, but in the end, I prevailed and I walked out of WrestleMania and still your WWE Women's Champion.
Congrats, Tiffy.
And I was always told for the longest time, Tiffy, you're the next Charlotte Flair. Wrong. There may be only one Charlotte Flair, but I guarantee you there is only one Tiffany Stratton.
Yes. Do not be the next anybody. Be the first you. Oh, Jade. I'm sorry, what? Jade?
Speaking of one of one.
Jade? What? Is she going to shoot her shot for that title?
Tiffany, cut it. Now, I came here to give credit where it's due.
Oh, they're so doing this
And
right
your
now, I
match
think.
with Charlotte was very impressive. But that did nothing but create a bigger target on your back. And since business is finished with Naomi, I have nothing but time.
Oh, she looks so good.
So I think
Jesus.
it's time for me to remind everybody why I came here to WWE.
Wow.
I think it's time for everyone to see why I came here to be a champion.
I am so excited right now. I
And
can't believe they're
think
going to do
it's
this
time
match.
for you to understand, just because
I just
you
want to see
beat
Jade
Charlotte
interact with Tiffany.
doesn't make you the best, especially when you haven't faced me.
Also, I need to know which eyeliner
Okay,
Jade is using
well,
because holy cow, that
Why don't you
eyeliner is
put your money
beautiful.
where your mouth is and let's get a rip out here, right now.
I didn't even know that eyeliner existed. I
Oh, WrestleMania
love that
encore to the
eyeliner.
max.
Yes!
Instant dream matchup in Texas.
Oh shit,
Tiffany
here we
and
go,
Jade,
guys.
let's
Jade
go.
Cargill,
Wow.
Tiffany Stratton. It is happening right now. I can't believe it. What is happening? I think this is good though because obviously Jade Cargill got a pretty big win over at she got a very big win over at WrestleMania over Naomi. And so, you know, I had said that was probably one of the better Jade Cargill matches I'd seen, especially singles wise, definitely singles wise, in WWE for a fact. And it was even probably the best ones that I'd seen out of like her AEW and WWE career. So, that's very interesting. We got Bryn Hawking here who predicts that Naomi will cause a DQ. We got Jared Palmer who says Cargill heel turn. Let me think. No, not right now, because I think coming off of her being a victim of having been thrown to a windshield and getting revenge over Naomi, who's been this crazy person, I don't think that Jade should be a heel at the moment, especially if people are anticipating Bianca turning heel. And if Bianca feuds with Jade, then you're going to want a babyface, and that babyface will have to be Jade Cargill. However, I don't know if they're going to that right away or not. We also got Conception here who says, I smell a Naomi interference. We got Roak and Akella who says, Jade versus Tiffany for the WWE title. Let's go. Did they announce it was for the title too, by the way? Or are they just having a match? It's for the title though, right? That's what I figured. Let's see what else we got here. We got JB here. Says, Denise, what's up with them not showing the start of the match during the break on Netflix? I know. I was actually thinking about that right now too. Usually I get to see the matches in between the commercial breaks. But you know what I noticed though? No, wait a minute. For SmackDown, they usually do show the matches in between the breaks. The only thing they don't do that they do on Raw is promos. So like on Raw, you'll always have like a promo or some sort of segment in between the commercial breaks. On SmackDown, you don't get that. But if there's a match going on, then you definitely do get the match. So I'm thinking they're probably stalling, or we're just going to come in and the match is already going to be going. Because the way that it was happening, it felt like it was going to start already. It would be silly if they just spent 3 minutes staring at each other, So yeah, we got Tracy WV here who says, so curious thoughts on the Rock drama and fallout. Honestly, it sounds to me like him and Triple H are not on the same page. And I think that he had probably thought that in those 6 weeks that he was gone, that Triple H was going to be able to tell a story, put together a story that didn't require The Rock. And so it's interesting. I feel like based off of what The Rock said, that was basically him, basically saving face, talking about what went down, but also kind of letting people know like, hey guys, this isn't my fault. Like, this is kind of his fault. So that's what that felt like to me. It felt like it was, hey, don't look at me, I'm pointing fingers over here. It's this guy's fault. That's what that felt like to me. And if it just sounds to me like The Rock and Triple H are on different pages. And that's the vibe that I got from that whole promo. All right, let me get the volume back up.
Gifts that
Thank you
just
so much,
arises every so often. Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill meeting up here, instantly saying, you know what, let's just do this. Now, what I'm curious about here, Wade, is we saw them both in action Saturday at WrestleMania in Vegas. But for Jade, listen, two-time women's tag team champion. Now, trying to gather a little momentum on the singles side. Gets the win.
Yeah, I should thank you so much, everybody, for supporting the new channel. Thank you, Eric. I should probably get the link and put it in the chat. Because
in the tag world here, but your partner is one of the greatest of all time.
Let me see. Let me pull up the link in a second, and I will post it for everybody.
Well, clearly, Jade Cargill proved against Naomi at WrestleMania she can stand tall on her own.
Oh, it's a roll-up by Stratton.
And now Jade Cargill clearly trying to follow up that big momentum builder against Naomi here, against the champ Tiffany Stratton. What a statement it would be if the Storm pulls out a big dub tonight.
You, Cole, and Pat were on the call for her victory against
And
Naomi.
it's basically just a clips channel. So here we go. I'm going to post a link in the
these are two great athletes
comment section for everybody.
For me, the key with Jade Cargill is that power. There's a moment.
So if you guys want to follow that, you're more than welcome to. I'll be posting more clips as the days go on.
I cannot stress as an athlete how difficult that is to pull off. The strength and balance and core power to pull that off is ridiculous. There's nothing you can do in a gym to train for that. It's just God-given talent.
Now, here's an example of it.
Oh.
And Stratton able to get that arm drag there. Tiffany, of course, herself. There it is, right there into the backbreaker, just catching her in midair, but Tiffany herself surviving what was
Thank you so much to Sick Boy who just subbed, as well as Super Fro. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mike, for also subbing to the channel. Luis, Eggsy, Mike, Loretta, thank you so much. Don's like, I'm reviving it. If you guys look at it, I've uploaded just a couple of videos, and then you'll scroll like a few rolls, and it'll say like posted 2 days ago. I've only posted like maybe 10 videos that are recent. So yeah, I need to revive the channel.
Ginger kick out
oh
there.
boy, was it?
Stratton is hurting here.
Thank you, infamous
listen,
DJ1.
We saw what she looked like after the match, and again, just pressing down on the shoulders and able to get that left shoulder up.
Well, Stratton still
I also like them giving Tiffany Stratton a matchup with somebody that has like a name. Because Jade Cargill has the name, that's why she's there.
Went for that knee,
so
Stratton
I feel like
right
that only
into the
makes
cover, and now the spine buster of her own.
Love that.
As she hooks the leg, look at
that only
her
makes
Jade,
Tiffany Stratton
easily getting that
look even better as a
The
champion,
kind of wars that
beating
these
someone
two
with a
women
name.
both went through a few days ago at WrestleMania. There's a lot been taken out of these bodies. These two are hurting.
Sick Boy
And
says clips is where the
ideally,
money's at, Denise.
you would
I
not take this
know,
kind
and
of
I blame
match, but both
myself,
are
to
such
be honest.
competitors. They wanna
Chris
fight right
had
now. I don't
told
know how
me like a
smart
long
that is.
time ago,
Under
Denise,
12
get your
days
clips
as
channel.
champion
Denise,
for
get your
Tiffany
clips
Stratton,
channel.
backing down
And Denise just kept dropping the ball, guys. You live and you learn. But I just think that, well, no regrets, right? You can't live with regrets. But
again, the kick out. She's been
I
headlining
just got
so long
busy
now,
doing other
hard to
shit.
believe that
But
this
now
past
that
weekend was Stratton's
now
WrestleMania
that
debut.
I'm fully
It's pretty
doing
wild.
my
I mean,
own
she's
stuff
been
and
in
I don't
massive
have to
events
work
before,
with
most
other
notably
channels, I have
probably
more
at
time
NXT, where she's been
to
at the main event level
focus
there.
on my
And really
stuff
can't
now
make that in super
than I
quick
did
time to
before.
being the number one in the
Because
women's division
before, if you
here.
guys recall,
But don't
I was
forget,
working
Tiffany
with so
Stratton
many
4 years
places.
ago had nothing
Now
to
I just
do
work
with
with
this
me. I'm a busted
industry.
open, and that's it.
Perhaps the
I don't
quickest
work at Hype
developer
anymore
ever
or
in full control here
F4W
against
or
Jade
a
Cargill.
million other fucking places that I was working at. So my schedule's a lot more, I'm not going to say open because I'm busier than ever, but what I mean is it's more open for me to do work for me than for someone else. So that is why. Thank you so much, James and Henry, who also just subscribed. Thank you. Killer of Demons says, "Speak to W. Denise, my girlfriend likes me clean shaven. I used to have the porn stash back in 2021 for like a few days, but my then boss hated it. Behave. Girls like the beard. That's fine. I hate the porn stash. Oh my gosh, I hate it. I feel like everyone always looks like they're about to like do a porno.
Because what a shocker it
I
is,
don't
and
even
what
know
a
I'm
real
allowed
treat
to
we're
say
getting
these
here. And
words
if
on
Jade Cargill
YouTube,
can pull off
but
a shock victory
yeah,
here
no.
against the champ, surely putting
It gives
herself
me the
in line
ick
for a
every
future
time. Only
title
certain
opportunity.
guys can rock the stash. Only certain one of them. Certain people.
Side slam from Jade. And she finds just enough.
Thank you, Sick Boy. I
to put
appreciate
herself
that.
in position. Now stomping down on Tiffany Stratton.
Slowly as the match goes on, we see the athletic differences in these two. The incredible
Shout out to Ganabel, who's also
of
here.
Tiffany
Who else
Stratton
haven't I
and that
shouted
raw
out?
power of the Storm, Jade Cargill. Both
Charles
winning
Credle,
her
thank you so
in a
much for the
big way
support,
in
as
that
well as
ring.
Maggie. Jared
Eager
Palmer,
to
thank you
follow
so
up their
much. Thank you,
momentum of
KJ.
victories at WrestleMania.
Wayne, thank you so much.
Second SmackDown to ever come your way.
Country Bad, shout out to Country
Fort
Bad.
Worth, Texas. Fort Worth, of course, hosted Money in the Bank 4 years ago. Tiffany Stratton, the Money in the Bank winner a year ago.
Hey, Ebony's in the building. What's up, Ebony? Thank you for subscribing to the second channel. That's what I need to do. I need to push that channel. I'm going to keep promoting it like crazy so that I can get that thing monetized, guys.
And now look at this.
Look, now they're showing the match between the commercial break too, by the way. I just realized that it's a commercial break. I thought it was still the match. What's up, Lawrence Ross? Thank you so much for tuning in. Infamous DJ One says, are you watching on Netflix, Denise? Yes. I think I watch everything now on Netflix. I don't watch anything else like anymore on obviously WWE related. With AEW, obviously watch on Max, but unless it's a pay-per-view. Pay-per-views are the only thing I still watch on Peacock. Only because I forgot that you could watch pay-per-views on Netflix with a VPN. I had completely forgotten. I'm so used to watching WWE pay-per-views on the Peacock that my brain just went straight to it. I didn't even think about Netflix. Thank you so much. And yes, for everyone asking about the second channel, it's called Denise's Pieces. I did not name it. I think it was Sam Roberts. I think Sam Roberts was the one who picked the name on Twitter. It's been a while, so mind you, I might have forgotten. But yeah, so it's a Clips channel. I had started it 2 years ago, and then I dropped the ball like a dunce, and then I'm back on it. I'm trying to get my shit together, guys. We got Steven Marchulli here who says Cena rinse and repeat promos. I like what we got today with Randy. I think Randy's kind of fun on promos too. He always is just wild and he looks like he's having a good time. What I like about Randy is that he never gives unscripted vibes. Like he gives vibes like if he's coming up with this stuff on the fly. And I like that. Thank you, Steven.
Week removed from the WrestleMania victories and deciding to test each other.
What's up, Anthony? Thank you so much for tuning in.
Who has what left in the tank? Here we go,
this is the Snow. What's up? Happy Lee. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. She kind of tripped a little bit, but she got it. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that was a slip that did that. Jade Cargill was banged to right. It shows how beat up Tiffany Stratton is. I've never seen her miss.
Oh, she caught her on that cartwheel. Oh.
Alabama slam. Powerbomb Jade. And
just in the nick of the time. Tiffy time.
I like that. I
Well,
like
just
her
shows you
catching her
how
with the cartwheel. That was
powerful Jade
cool.
Cargill really is. This attempt by Tiffany
That's kind
Stratton.
of hard.
Mid-air,
I mean,
let me
at least
just
I think
catch
it's
you,
hard.
Turn it into a powerbomb. Look at
We got Don the Visionary here who says, nice power bomb. And the CJ says, wow.
I'm still getting over Tiffany
Shout out to
Stratton
Anthony who came in
slipping
here.
on that
Pile driver
moonsault
finisher.
attempt, something I have never seen
Loretto
before.
Wright.
But I think it sums up the state of these two. This
I'm
is
sure
not
on that
the
question,
fresh
Loretta,
Barbie
because I
doll
was actually
entrance
asking
we
that
saw
beforehand
of
too.
Tiffany. This is somebody that had to get
I believe
through
it's
the fire
non-title.
of Charlotte Flair.
Well, she won ugly against Charlotte Flair, and she's going to have to win ugly again tonight against Jade Cargill.
Looking to create some offensive momentum, but instead, Jade, and now looking to counter is Stratton, and she delivers the basement drop kick right into the cover.
Nice.
Oh, nice there from
Tiffany's face. She's like, oh, that was funny.
Tiffany from midair attempting it, jaded. Scarpering out of there was Tiffany Stratton and almost pulling out the win.
Wait, there have been two instances in this match now where you're just in awe of what Jade Cargill can do with the power and to control an opponent.
You know
saw
what I
it there
just
on the
realized?
Alabama slam that she countered into the powerbomb.
I should like
Jaded moments ago, and now quick
do
to
a
meet
stream
Tiffany.
on my other channel just to get
on
the
the
watch
ropes.
hours up.
And Tiffany Stratton very
I don't know why I
slow,
didn't think about
getting
that
up to
sooner.
top turnbuckle.
Ooh.
Jade Cargill.
Oh, wait, what
Ball's
happened?
been taken out of
Oh.
Jade Cargill.
No,
Hitting with a
Netflix is
bounce
glitch.
and a
Wait,
finish
wait,
quickly
is this the
as
Wyatt
you
6?
can, but the body is not
This may be the
cooperating
Wyatt
with
6
the
stuff.
mind
If
when
it's
it
glitching
comes
like that, that's
to Jade
crazy.
Cargill.
Either
And
that
has
or it's just
allowed an
Netflix
escape here
deciding
for
to
Tiffany
glitch.
Stratton just when all
Okay, is
was
it
looking
Netflix
lost.
or is it the
She
Wyatt
looks to
6?
roll out of the
What
ring.
is
You can see the
causing this
significant
glitching?
bruising on
Oh,
her
I
back.
think we're about to have our
Jade
answer.
Cargill-
Nope, I'm wrong. It's
Jade
Naomi.
said business is finished with Naomi about 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
No, it's not. Not at all.
She's like,
Well, Naomi may have lost at WrestleMania,
Yeah.
but that has clearly
that is
settled
so
nothing
funny. She was
as
going
far as Naomi
crazy.
is concerned.
Naomi
Deep
was
into
going
this match when so
crazy.
much was taken out of Jade Cargill.
Yo,
That
you got to
is
be
when
pissed
Naomi
to
decides to
hit
strike.
like that with that kind of energy.
Slamming her right into the post.
An unhinged and vindictive
Yo, she really is unhinged.
Naomi saying this
Naomi
ain't over till I say it
Understands
is.
the
Last
assignments
Saturday
when they
it was
say
Jade
be
who got the
unhinged.
best of her bitter rival. All the emotion attached to these two, and now Naomi comes in and interrupts the action in this match against Tiffany Stratton. After Jade was reaching for her back, was slow to move, and Naomi
We got Jay Grouse
pounces
here who
on her
says give her money in the
twice
bank.
now,
I
sending
want her to
into
be
the post
champion.
as her body
This
just floats
mad,
to the floor.
uncontrollable gal.
Tiffany Stratton back on her feet.
Louis says I'm on USA Network, no glitching. Oh shit, so maybe it is just Netflix that was glitching.
And Naomi decides to exit on that stare down.
Naomi came here for one reason and one reason only.
Oh, there's Naya, her former gal pal. Boo!
The former mentee of Tiffany Stratton, who
Oh, God.
in the back to cash in the money in the bank.
First
contract
Naomi on
and
Jade
take
and
the
now
gold
Naya
bond
on
back
Tiffy.
in January.
It's a lot of anger going around.
Can you believe it's 1/3?
Oh
for
no, she's about
Naomi,
to
but
flatten her
now
like a pancake.
Nia Jax with the
Oh
leg drop
no. It's
on
crap
Tiffany
time.
Stratton.
It's the ghost of Christmas past.
Oh God.
And this is a
Oh, no.
violent assault
Tiffy.
on the WWE Women's
Tiffy's
Champion.
gonna go from Tiffy
Looking
to
for the
Platty.
Annihilator on Tiffy
Oh, she kind of went easy on her. I still remember when she did it to Lyra.
I'm back for
Woo.
what's mine, Tiffany
I
Stratton.
think I saw the air come out of Lyra that one time.
That
She kind of
was
went
hers.
she went easy on Tiffy here.
And then the cash-in
On
happened
Lyra, I was like, bro, she dead.
112 days ago. Nia Jax returns and makes that statement. Just when you thought the Tiffany win over
All
Charlotte Flair
righty,
was
well, there's a
right
lot
there.
to
That
unfold
happened.
here.
The Motor
Give
City
me
Machine
1
Gun.
second
They
while
are
I
preparing
wrap
for
up
tables,
my
ladders,
second
and chairs,
stream
a triple
here.
threat
I mean, my
for
second
the
recording,
WWE
rather, not
Tag Team
recording.
Championship. with DIY.
As many of you guys know, I record on a separate stream so that my editor can post on
The
Instagram.
new United States champion.
So, just give me a
What's up, WWE Universe?
Okay. 1 second. All right, let's see what everyone's saying here. Yeah, it has been a while since Nia was on TV, like maybe around the time Tiffy won the title. I think that was maybe around the last time we kind of saw Nia. All right, let me see. We got Data here who says, I get off late from work, put your videos on and fall asleep so they just keep playing in the queue. Or Chris Van V, I love you both. Hashtag caution tape Naomi. Thank you so much, Day. Please do that with the Clips channel so that I can get monetized. I need like 4,000 hours and like, I think I hit the subscribers. I'm sorry. It's been a long time since I've had to do this. So my first channel, it took me 8 months to get monetized. On this channel right here, it took me 8 months when I first started. So I remember I was just posting a bunch of content just for views and watch time and subscribers. And so, yeah, we'll see how long it takes me to like legitimately get this one. We'll see. Thank you, Day. We got Sucho here who says the real queen is back, Nia Jax. Oh, that's a hot take right there, Sucho. Now that's a hot take. I mean, I know she's, the queen of the ring, but still, hot take. Thank you, Sucho. All right, with that being said, let me go ahead. Bilbo Braggin says, Denise, your husband is up. What up, AI husband? We'll see what I'm so excited about his run as United States champion. I just want to see Jacob Fatu get in there and just like get violence with everybody. Let's see what here. Tiger Claw Gaming says, Denise, I have been on YouTube for 6 years and still ain't monetized the shush. You got to post more, Tiger Claw. You got to post. You got to post, man. We got Michael Caputo in the building. What's up, Michael? Thank you so much. Big G says, I think the last time we saw Nia was at Elimination Chamber. Oh, good to know. Good to know. I wasn't really entirely too sure when's the last time we saw her. What did she do at Elimination Chamber? Was it the tag team match with Trish and all of that? Yeah, huh? Wasn't it? She was in that match. It was Candice and Nia versus Tiffy and Trish, right? Wow. I'm sorry, guys. I just think back to that night and I can only remember the heel turn and the Elimination Chamber. And of course, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And then everything else just kind of happened. Thank you, Sheldon. What's up, Sheldon? Thank you so much. Let's see what else we got here. Tiger Claw says, I post 3 videos a day. Don't worry, Tiger Claw. Just keep going, man. It'll happen for you. It'll happen. It will happen. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. What do we got here? Let's see. Who's in this chat, guys? We got Dan Sullivan. What's up, Dan? Thank you for joining the stream. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a good one. Matthew Lee says, I want to see SRS versus Jacob Fatu. That would be like the worst match ever. That's so funny. We got Show Sigma. We got Devin Trahan. What's up, Devin Trahan? My cousin's name is also Devin. So every time I see you pop up, I think of my cousin too. Let's see what else we got here. We got Wayne here who says Seth did a good promo at the draft. Oh, he did? I didn't see that. I know he was there, which is obviously, a really cool thing to attend, to be part of, because you get some eyes on you. So that's always really great. Bryn Hawkins says, I feel that Alistair will attack your husband. I swear to God, if they have Jacob Fatu drop the title to Alistair Black, I'm going to be so freaking pissed. Pissed. I'll be so mad. So mad. Absurd Spoonful says SRS might be scrappy. Oh, it's so funny. We keep saying his name, his ears are going to start to ring.
Sold out
He's going to
crowd
pop
over
up.
11,000, 16 miles away from AT&T
All right.
Stadium. Of course, it was 3 years ago. That was the
Here we go. I love Fort Worth, Texas, by the way. If you've never been to Fort Worth, I love the Fort Worth Stockyards. I had the best time there. So I always look back fondly at Fort Worth, Texas.
and gentlemen, please welcome Solo Sikoa.
We got CJ here who says Naya and Caution versus Tiff and Jade next 4-way at Backlash. No, I think they might do Tiffany and Naya having one match, and maybe they'll do a rematch with Jade and Naomi. That's what I'm thinking, separate matches. Thank you, CJ. We got Super Marchuli here says, no worry, I think
for Fatu, softening
Black
up LA Knight singles
wait, who's
action, and then
Black
hyping him up for
puts
weeks
Cody
as the
out?
next US champion.
Wait, Steven, who were you supposed to write? I'm a little confused here on who you're talking about.
Over the past couple of months between Solo
You don't have to send in
and
a super
Jacob
chat, just
Fatu,
clarify in the
but
comments.
Solo Sikoa has played an absolute
Oh,
massive
Alistair
role
Black. Thank you, Ryan
in
Solely.
guiding
Who's
Jacob
Black
Fatu
Hole?
to his first
What is this?
championship goal.
I don't want to
In
see
the
Alistair Black
singles
put out
ranks.
Cody Rhodes.
And
I
there's
don't know.
nothing like
He's
a
gotta
good
re-win
slice
me over,
of
guys.
gold
Like,
to
he didn't
touch
do
his
that
away
much
for
in
good.
AEW, so I need to be re-won here by Alistair Black. You gotta understand, like, I didn't see too much of him, you know, on AEW TV, so it's been a while. Fatu with his jersey.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Damn, Solo Sikoa, his hype man now.
for your new United States champion, Jacob Fatu. At WrestleMania, everyone saw what I already knew. That Jacob Fatu, he's the future. He is the future of this company. But let me remind you something. Nobody in my family, nobody wanted Jacob here.
That is true.
Except me.
Oh, wait, never mind.
They thought he was trouble.
Oh, wait, yes, that's exactly what I'm
Thought he
referring
was too
to.
much of a risk.
Oh,
But you
no,
know
he's
who
being
changed
what
that?
chanted?
You know who made it all happen? Was me. I'm the reason that Jacob's the champion.
Oh, look at
I'm
Jacob
the one that
Fatu.
brought
He's
him
like,
here.
what the hell, bro? You're making my
I'm the one
moment
that took him
about
to the
you.
promised land. I took Jacob off
Oh,
the
he gonna
streets
fuck him
and
up.
made him into
It's
United
done,
States
bro. You
champion.
dead.
Jacob is here because of me. This is exactly what happens when you love your family. Jacob would not be standing there if it wasn't.
Oh, no. Sorry, bud. He's about to cook you. Fatu's hella over, though. You hear those chants? He's hella over.
See, let's not get it twisted. I told you I was going to win the U.S. title. I told you the U.S. title was coming home to the family. And I told you I was going to do it with you or without you. And that's exactly what I did. So, Texas, look at your new U.S. champ. You see, I know that this title makes me America's most wanted. Hell, I know that this title makes me a menace to society. But at the end of the day, you better get in where you fit in. Because I'm all gas, no
Good.
brakes.
I'm glad that he's making that his official catchphrase.
5, 2.
I'm glad because the all gas, no brakes thing really got over the first time he said it. And it really stuck with people. So I feel like he needs to keep making it his thing, you know? Got Eric Diaz says Fatu. Show Sigma says get out, Helena. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how he did that.
Let me talk to you.
How did he even do Yada mean?
At WrestleMania, I I told you you would eat a BFT, and my God, you ate a BFT. I dropped you right there on your big fat mopped head. You reached out, grabbed the rope, and good for you, because after that, you were able to capitalize, and you were able to beat me right in the middle of that ring. I'll give credit where credit's due. It can happen to anybody, any night. Anybody can get it. But you got to understand something. I walk back there, and everybody says, man, you had a hell of a match at WrestleMania. But I ain't worried about having a hell of a match. I'm worried about winning. I'm worried about taking that championship. And if you can't understand what I'm saying is I want my rematch, and I want it right now.
That's fine. You can get your rematch, but Fatu's gonna get you. But also, oh shit, here's Drew McIntyre. Wait, what is Drew McIntyre doing in this? Is Drew McIntyre gonna go for the United States Championship? What is happening?
Scottish Warrior looking to crash this Fatu LA Night party.
I was not expecting Drew in this scenario.
And with that much abuse that he absorbed, it's astounding that he's on 2 feet.
You know, Dallas, it's not always easy being Drew McIntyre. I mean, personally, it is. Being tall, jacked, handsome, and much like Texas, I got some big guns. But professionally, I've been screwed over time and time again. Every world title match in WrestleMania, I had to get through the last roadblock, and I beat Damian Priest in one of the most violent matches in WrestleMania history. So Priest, I know you're not here tonight. We're not going to see you for a while, so I want to take a moment to say thank you. It was an absolute pleasure to embarrass you in front of your entire family.
Savage. But that's what Drew does. No one more savage than Drew.
The next plan was challenge John Cena for the world title. And then Randy Orton jumped the line. The same Randy Orton I beat 3 weeks ago. I'm starting to wonder, everybody, is it World Wrestling Entertainment or Nepo Wrestling Entertainment? Speaking of which, hi, Bloodline.
Good. I love when Drew throws shots like that.
I'll get to you in a second.
Yeah, continue on.
Alan and I chilling, bro.
I've been watching Cena these past few weeks. I watched him tonight. He ain't the same guy. He's a punk now. Drew McIntyre wants to fight the baddest dog in the yard. I want to fight the baddest champion in the yard. Jacob, I want to fight you.
No, I can't pick between them.
Blah, 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 blah. Can somebody wake me up when this mush mouth is done?
Always with the jokes, innit? Always with the jokes. The only joke around here was your last U.S. title run.
He's not lying, though. I detect no lies.
Oh. I would say your last title run was a joke, but I can't remember it.
Oh.
So
Techno lies.
You got a problem with Randy Orton, go talk to Randy Orton. But right now you're standing here at a time that's my time when I said I want my U.S. championship. But if you think that you want to make claim to that U.S. championship, I tell you what, you think you deserve it so bad, why don't you come on in here and show me?
Okay.
Drew is not bashful about taking invitations.
Whoa, hold on a second there, fellas. I think we can all see where this is going, so before you two tear each other apart, how about I offer an alternative? How about you come back here, you put your tights on, you put your boots on, you lace them up tight, and Fort Worth, Texas, I'll give you Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight.
Now we got to get Drew to get that win, guys. I don't want to see Drew lose.
The #1 contender for the United States Championship.
But What?
That's a great number one.
Wait, what? Did we get Drew versus Fatu? What? No. What? I don't want Drew to lose, but I don't want Jacob Fatu to lose.
Wait.
So, what? I don't know what to say.
Zelina, before you head out there, 2 weeks ago, you beat Chelsea Green by countout. Then last week, you beat her by pinfall. But if things go your way tonight, you're going to become the new Women's United States Champion. Where are your thoughts at?
Honestly, Byron, I know I'm known to have a big mouth and I always got something to say. But tonight is one of those nights where I'm actually speechless. And it's because it means so much to me. I've wanted this for so long. And just like my mentor, Rey Mysterio, who's a former United States champion, and Eddie Guerrero, who's a former United States champion, I kind of want to bring some Latino heat into my match tonight. And of course, just like how they do it here in Texas, you go big or you go home. And Byron, I'm not going home until I have that United States championship around my
I think she
waist.
might win.
Zelina, good luck tonight.
Yeah, I think she might win tonight.
The U.S.
Vibe I'm getting.
Championship match that Zelina Vega desperately wanted.
Alan, the game says who's shorter, Zelina or Roxanne? Oh, 100% Zelina. Guys, I've told you, she makes me look like Andre the Giant.
I want to provide a fun experience for families in need.
Cody doing a
This World Wish Month,
Oh,
WWE is
everybody
partnering
is.
with
Sorry, I
Make
thought
a
it was
Wish
just
to help
Cody.
grant more life-changing wishes to children with critical illnesses.
Some of my favorite memories in my career have come from meeting Wish kids at our events.
I met an awesome Wish kid a few months ago. His hope and courage definitely inspires me.
This was my best day ever.
You can help make a wish come true. Find out how you can support Make-A-Wish at wishmaker.org.
All right, we're on a commercial break. Yeah, so it's definitely Zelina who's shorter. Yeah, she makes me look ginormous, bro. Like when I tell you, she makes me look like a full-grown adult. And I'm 5 feet, all right? So to put into perspective, I'm 5 feet and I look like a giant next to Zelina. And then I think me and Roxanne might be like an inch taller than me. Or we might be like the same size, somewhere around there. I'm not really too sure. She might be like an inch or two taller. Wayne says, Denise, are you taller than Ray? With heels, yes. Without heels, I think I'm Rey Mysterio's size. Because when I interviewed Ray, if you guys watched that interview, I was a little taller than Ray. But I was wearing platforms. And those platforms gave me at least a couple of they gave me like 3 inches or so. So I think if I would have taken those shoes off, I would have been like me and Ray would have been like forehead to forehead, bro. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's kind of wild to think, honestly. Kind of wild to think. By the way, we got a super chat here from Uncle Donk who says WWE needs to lock up Jacob to a long-term contract. Money. He's different. He's like a young Samoa Joe. My favorite thing about Fatu is that he's believable. Like, honestly, not one person in this chat or anywhere around here would go up to Fatu to try to like mess with him. You ain't messing with him. You know he'd fuck you up. He'd fuck anybody up, honestly. So just like, you don't mess with Fatu. So I love that. I love that he's believable like that. There's other people that I don't really buy them that way. Like, I don't really see them as a tough guy. Or like, sure, they portray to be a tough guy on TV, but are they a tough guy on the streets? Are they a tough guy legit? Some people are, some people aren't, and you can tell. Some people are really good at projecting like they are, and some people just are. And that's the kind of vibe that I get from Fatu, which is why I think he's gotten over so well with the people on top of actually being a good wrestler. But yeah, it's that same thing. Like when Samoa Joe comes out, everyone's like, Joe's gonna kill you. Why? Because he freaking looks like he's gonna kill you. And he's also good in the ring like that. So yeah, Uncle Dunk, I agree with you. Thank you so much for the super chat. All right, let's see what else we got here. What everyone else is saying. Over here, let's see what other comments we've got. Clarice Johnson says, I would love to manage Jacob Fatu. You would have to be like crazy on the mic, going all sorts of nuts on there, honestly. Let's see what we got. We got Big Time Baxter who says, Denise, there's nothing more rewarding than seeing NXT talent do well in the main roster. Seeing Fraxiom, Tiffany, Braun, and Lyra doing well makes NXT worth watching. Yeah, I feel like people that watch NXT on the regular, like, legitimately enjoy NXT. So it's one of those things where I feel like the NXT fans they're always really passionate. They've always been like that, right? Whether it was the Black and Gold brand, and now, this, I'm not sure what we're calling it now. It's not NXT 2.0 because people didn't really love NXT 2.0. So whatever we're calling it now, I think the new fans, this new version of NXT, are also, trying to be or as passionate as the Black and Gold era of NXT. Thank you, Big Time Baxter. We're almost going to be back here on SmackDown, and we will be here in just a little bit. And let's see what else we got here. We got Bilbo Braggins here who says he comes off as a good hood dude. Yeah, have you seen that interview that I did with Fatu? Everyone that sees it says the exact same thing. Like, dude seems super nice. He doesn't seem like what he is on TV. Thank you, Bilbo Braggins. All right, we are back here on the show.
Tag team
Let me
championship
get the volume up. We also got Corey McCarthy here who says, "Hola, Denise. Happy Friday. How are you? I know Zelina Vega is happy that her husband, Alistair Black, is back in WWE. So I'm sure she is. And I have the feeling Zelina's winning tonight. So this may just be like an overall really good night for Zelina, is what it feels like. There's just that energy in the room. When you feel like there's a title change coming, that's what I'm thinking is going to go down right now. She's got the good gear. I mean, she always kind of does, though. So. But I don't know, I get the vibe, especially from her promo too. She also had the I'm about to win vibe. Now if she loses, then I'm totally wrong. Thank you so much, Corey McCarthy. MCG says NXT Next Gen. I'll take it. NXT Next Gen. We'll go with that. We also got Brandon Rosen here who says, in terms of being a believable badass, I feel like Eddie Kingston gives off almost the same vibe in AEW. Thoughts? Sure. I think so, but not kind of it's different. It's a little different. It's a little different for me.
WWE.
Thank you, Brandon. We got Bryn Hawking here who says, Denise, are you going to Paris for Clash? I'm trying to go. I actually want to use it as a vacation, and I'm planning on probably going with my family. So I'm thinking about making it a workcation where I will work a little bit on those dates, but mainly go for on vacation, I'm just waiting to get that all finalized. So it's looking like it might be a little family vacation. Thank you, Bryn Hawking.
And her opponent, accompanied by the Secret Hermits from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. She is the Women's United States Champion, Chelsea Green.
I'm sorry, I still do the original entrance. We got CJ here who says, any early draft predictions? Can't wait for it. I don't know, when are they doing the draft? I don't even know what they would even do.
Lack of awareness. Some would argue it's simply unbridled arrogance.
I'm thinking. I'm literally thinking. Honestly, I don't know.
And Alba Fire and Wade Barrett.
Who would be like a good one? Ali Knight to Raw? Fatu to Raw? I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other ones here. Of who else would be some unexpected draft predictions?
When it comes to Chelsea Green, that is what is on the line. That is what Zelina Vega has.
Some of the women definitely shake that up.
To fight for the United States
maybe
Championship.
Naomi to Raw. Jade.
And Vega gets out of the way and delivers.
Thank you, CJ. I wish I had a better answer for you. I just got to sit down and really think about it. Also, it feels like we're kind of far from the draft. Thank you, CJ.
Two straight wins. Pump the brakes there. There's a caveat. The caveat being on those two straight wins, the Secret Hervis were not here to protect the champ.
Unless that's Penta to SmackDown, sure. or Phoenix to Raw.
Zelina Vega, if she has no protection against somebody as talented as the champ Chelsea Green, is going to lose, Joe Test. That's how this works.
Well, Vega came up with a very good win that we just saw moments ago, a week ago. Non-title match to earn this. Prior to that, it was the countout. By the way, Ryan Tran,
Matthew says Charlotte to Raw and away from Tiffany, or maybe Tiffany to Raw.
Always fair and balanced and does the best possible job he can. But he was the referee when there was that count out.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, look at Alba fire.
Alba kind of got a little nasty there with Zelina.
Oh,
no.
Are you kidding me with the distraction?
This is totally a 3-on-1 on Zelina.
Takes advantage.
Now I'm not so sure what's going to happen unless the referee actually gets rid of the Secret Service. Then maybe, just maybe, we might get a title change. All right, the match is still going, so I'm going to leave the volume on here.
They have been dubbed by Chelsea Green.
Part of the Green regime, and there's a reason why Chelsea Green is at the absolute top of the women's division and representing the entire United States so well.
And look at Zelina Vega struggling to get back to her feet. They're trying to beat the count here.
Careful what you wish for, Zelina Vega. Got a lucky win 2 weeks ago. Got a impressive win the week after that, but lightning simply does not strike 3 times.
Chelsea Green.
Trey Growl says, Denise, congratulations on your university coming back. Yo, I was like, what are we doing? I can't even believe it.
It is so difficult to
oh my
earn
gosh.
a championship match at this level.
Supplicant says WrestleTalk does their adverts to their other channels. Might be worth considering doing. What do you mean by that? Hold on, what do you mean by that? Explain, I'm a little confused. What are they doing that might be a good idea? Because if it's a good idea, I'm doing it. Especially because I'm trying to get other people to follow the second channel
This is getting out of control now. You
So
have a job to do,
maybe.
and you're worried about
But yeah, let me know, Supplicant. I'm not like, sometimes there's like, every time I think I'm up to date with YouTube, there's always something that I didn't know about, you know?
But instead eats a big right hand.
I have sat next to Michael Cole many times, yet I have never sat next to a more biased commentator than Joe Test.
Sitting here standing up and pledging allegiance to one of the competitors.
Asho Sigma says, what do you think of WWE Evolve? I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't been able to catch any of the shows. I just haven't had the time, man. I really haven't. I'm still trying to watch Stephanie's Places. I'm still trying to watch Dark Side of the Ring. I'm planning on watching that new series, Untold. So I'm definitely trying to keep up with as much as possible. But I think I just missed the boat on Evolve at this point. Plus, it's on Wednesdays. I already covered Dynamite on Wednesdays. So it's just a lot more difficult for me to do.
Underdog in pretty much every match she's in due to her lack of size. Never complains. Just like her mentor, Rey Mysterio, she seeks to overcome that disparity. And this is the problem for Chelsea Green. This frustration when things stop going her way. When she stops pulling out the victory, that is
I think going to Paris would just be like really nice, you know, kind of an excuse to get a vacation. Or like a part vacation, part work. Hey, what's up, Future King? Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Happy TGIF.
The look of severe
Big G says he thought, oh, Timothy Thatcher? Oh, what's he doing there? Is he like, what's going on there with Timothy Thatcher? Famous DJ once says, gotta love commercials. Don't worry, that's why I keep the audio going for everybody here.
Back here in Fort Worth, Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett with you. Women's United States Championship match. Chelsea Green looking to defend against Zelina Vega. We mentioned the fact that in the last 2 non-title matches, when Vega came up with a victory, the Secret Purvis, Piper and Alba, were not there to protect Chelsea Green. They've already played a major role tonight, Wade.
Yeah, Chelsea gets nervous without her security team in place. She feels vulnerable at the mercy of any riff-raff who wants to make a name for themselves at the expense of the champ. Oh, my God.
Look at the will and grit of Zelina Vega trying to fight back and delivering.
We got CJ here. CJ, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, I've been thinking about the draft this year since NXT Tuesday should be interesting this year. Trick, Rocks, and Fraxiom, Reigns, Flair, Bailey are your picks. Oh, that's great, CJ. Trick, Williams, and Roxanne, I would put them up there at the very top for NXT for sure. Fraxiom, I mean, given the fact that we just saw them right now on SmackDown, you could be onto something. And then Charlotte and Roman, switching brands, Bailey, I would love that too, just to kind of give her something else. You know, she's kind of working everybody else back down at this point. So yeah, you're right. I think this is a good pick. Thank you, CJ.
And that back elbow then sets her up.
We got JJ here who says Stephanie Becerra's NXT era. I love her. She's my girl. Stephanie is just lovely. I'm so glad we got to see her and Sky have their match together. That was great.
What a huge
but yeah, I just I really love Stephanie a whole lot. I think she's so awesome.
Vega thought she had it. Well, wait a second.
I love this better than Wolverine as she's running from the ground and watching balls. I know. It's just out, guys. It just doesn't fit in the schedule. It's out. You gotta make cutthroat decisions in terms of what you're gonna invest your time in. Unfortunately, I can't. I cannot add a Bob to my list. It's been cut, unfortunately.
Oh, Piper trips her up.
Oh, did the referee see that? Because I think he's got to get rid of Piper if he saw that.
It's gone too far.
Ref.
With the secret
Yo,
purpose.
That's crazy. You got to throw them out. He throws them out. I think Zelina's winning. Yep. I think Zelina's winning. Now that they're out, I don't know. Maybe not. Cyclops is better Wolverine. Thank you so much for these.
Justice is served.
The secret Hermes evicted from the matchup.
We got Steven Marchulli here who says, think Cody goes to Raw after the draft.
Oh,
I see him going to Raw.
Do we have it?
There it is. I knew it. I'm like, if they get kicked out, Zelina's totally winning this match. Oh my God, they came running back. I just had the feeling. She just had that vibe in the promo, in her entrance. She just had the I'm winning tonight vibe.
Her first WWE singles
Holy
title.
Shit, that's her first? Oh, damn. Good for her. Good for her. Hell yeah.
Vega winning her first singles championship. She has slayed that demon. And I think, Joe Tess, we are all in shock. The ultimate.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
Has just
she looks so happy.
A jaw-dropping victory.
Great.
We've got a new women's U.S. champion.
So Steven, as I was going to say, I can see Cody going to Raw more so than probably seeing like Roman Reigns. Like Roman Reigns to me is like, he's just a SmackDown guy, like permanently to me. I can't imagine Roman not on SmackDown. You know, so if I were to pick somebody to go over, maybe it'd be Cody.
We saw last Friday night with Carmelo Hayes coming out on top.
WWE superstars with extra-large personalities is delivered by Papa John. The Shakaroni is back.
Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Thank you, Steven.
There are a few prizes in the industry like it.
We got everybody reacting to Zelina's victory. We got Infamous DJ who says, wow. Jonathan says, OMG. Don says, nice. Tiger Claw says, yes. Happy for Zelina. Wayne says, boo. Tremaine Young says, yes. Infamous DJ1 says, good for her. Conception says referee was dodgy. Bro, referee was out of his depth today. Zeno Ever says yes. Tremaine Young says yes. JJ says you always have a different water bottle. Do I really? I do. I always have different something's going on always. John Rivera says let's effing go Zelina. Matt Regiel says yay Zelina. Happy Kieran says happy for her. Robert Buchanan says she is long overdue for a real push. Big G says finally we have a women's United States champion we can be proud of. Hey, I was a fan of Chelsea Green. I love Chelsea Green. She got herself over. The rest was on the company to keep her going, and they kind of just decided not to do anything with her. That's on them. We got MCG here says, I feel she's put in the time and the work. Tiger Claw says, Roman don't work enough to belong anywhere. DJ here says, hopefully they push Zelina now. She's got potential. She's got the fans behind her.
Greatest Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner of all time.
I like they're twinning.
That's why I sacrificed myself for you. Because I have a vision for Carmelo Hayes. And to commemorate this major achievement, I got you something. Yeah? Come on, open it.
What is it?
No, come on, man.
Is it a necklace?
Spared no expense.
Whose face is that?
Damn.
Whose face is that supposed to be?
Hey.
Carmella?
You earned it. You know what, though?
That does not look like Andre the Giant. Like at all.
Okay. With this around my neck,
That does not look like him.
I refuse to be denied. Let's go. And in the true spirit of Andre the Giant, when I'm wearing this thing, I'm 7 feet. 7 feet. I'm larger than life. I am the 10th wonder of the world. 10th wonder of the world. And I am him. Yes, you are. You know what? You just inspired me. I'm going to go out to that ring and get something off my chest. Yeah, let's go. Yep. Hey, you enjoy this. Enjoy this moment. I'm about to make mine.
We got Terrence Matthew who says, finally, Zelina's too talented and fine. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Terrence Matthew, thank you so much for the super chat. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Mike Krause says the head is huge. I don't know. It seems a little too like, I don't know. I'm not really too sure. I feel like they need to keep it with just the trophy. I don't think we got to do the necklace. The necklace, not so much. Let's stick to the trophy. The trophy was good enough. The trophy was good enough. Young Jay Nice who says same person who made that was the same person who made the Dwayne Wade statue. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. He says it looks ridiculous. We got Killer of Demons who says it looks like Roscoe Jenkins from Boondocks. Let's see. Love for Boo says, I bet this means someone in the U.S. title match is eating a black mass. Xenohour predicts a black mass to the Miz. Yeah, I don't know, but we'll see what they end up doing there. MCG says, let's do a spinner head. Oh my god. Imagine if it would spun too. My first thought was not that would be Andre. I'm like, who's that supposed to be? Shelton Jackson with the super chat says, Zelina gets no pyro, so disrespectful. Have they not? They rarely do pyro, I feel, lately, especially for on SmackDown and Raw. Do they usually just for like your regular people that usually do get the pyro, like your Codys and whatnot? Yeah, I think given the fact that it was her first singles championship win, it would have been very cool to have some pyro, so for sure. But I guess it's just what they do, though. They just went, that's just what they do. Thank you, Sheldon. Tiger Claw says that joke about Dwayne Wade's statue went over Denise's head. Young Jane Nice says IDK if you get the Dwayne Wade statue joke. I was just being nice, Young Jane Nice. Britt Hawkins says that necklace is so tacky. David Primero says Zelina double win. She both the title plus her hubby. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a nice night for Zelina, that's for sure. Carlos V says being from Miami, the Dwayne Wade statue is something. Okay, I need to Google this because how bad does it look that everyone's talking about it? Let me see. Have I seen this? Oh my god, they did this to him? No! Oh my god! That is horrible! Why did they do him dirty like that? That does not look like him. I've never seen this. Let me upload this. Hold on. I cannot believe. God, that's even worse than what they actually, the Triple H one was really bad too. The wax statue that they did of him at the Hall of Fame. So this is what he was talking about. Yo, man, that don't even look like him. That's wild. I would be so sad if like someone made a statue of me and it didn't look like me. I would be bummed the hell out. And PG says, check out the Cristiano Ronaldo statue as well.
You know,
let me look.
Since 2007, I've been an integral part of WrestleMania. But this year, at the highest grossing WrestleMania in history, I had no match, no
One with the little
mention,
eyes?
nowhere to be found.
Oh,
May I
yeah,
remind
that
you,
doesn't look like him at all.
I main evented
They made his
WrestleMania,
eyes like a
beating
crooked.
John Cena, retaining the
dear.
WWE Championship, something that
Thank you
Cody
for-
Rhodes, your chosen hero, could
Thank
not
you for
do
letting me
last
know
week.
about these awful statues.
And yet he gets the cheers.
Statutes.
The pyro, the spotlight, and I get it. He was champion. He deserves to be on WrestleMania. But when Rey Mysterio comes hobbling in to WrestleMania, does he come to a fellow legend to fill his boots? No, he goes to a guy who's been here for 2 weeks. I've been here for 20 years. What do I have to do? Wear a lucha mask and call myself Ray? Then KO goes down. Orton needs an opponent. He needs an opponent. Do you guys want a guy who's beaten Randy Orton for the WWE Championship? No. You guys want a guy who's an internet meme, a TikTok trend, a guy who does musical theater in a wrestling ring. I am sick of it. I am sick and tired of people showing up in WWE, people that I am a bigger star than. People that cannot lace my boots in this ring. I'm sick of them getting opportunity after opportunity. May I remind you.
I think
that
this
I am
is it,
the
guys.
A-lister. I am the most must-see WWE superstar of all time. And may you never forget.
Is this where it
that I am
happens?
the Miz, and I am.
I think this is where it happens. He's about to be taken out by Alistair Black. Nice reaction for him. Oh, that looks cool. There he is. He's back. Let's see how it goes with it for him this time around. Hopefully it goes better than the last time. Especially because he's got such a unique look. And obviously his kicks and strikes are something else. So yeah, I just hope it goes better for him this time around.
Alistair Black is back.
Oh my God!
Commentary where it's like, oh my God.
And he's on SmackDown! Former NXT champ, one of the most devastating strikers this industry has ever seen, especially relating to kicks. The otherworldly, the ominous, the eerie, Alistair Black.
Incredible arrival to SmackDown. You said the ultimate striker, that kickboxing background, that black mask always in the holster.
Poor Miz. I forgot the Miz was there. I completely forgot the Miz was even there in the same room. Jet Blacksuit says Wade Barrett about to bust. Yo, Wade Barrett was like really excited. Oh my God. I was like, bro, yo. You really excited. Yeah, this is a good night for Zelina. And a good night for him, too. You know, he's back. He just saw his wife win. It's very nice. Poor Miz. Miz just standing there like sponge guard. He's literally sponge guard right now.
Hey, who the hell are you?
Hey.
What were we saying
Done.
about Black
Toodaloo.
Mass always
Good night.
being in the
The
holster?
Miz just went to sleep. He's off in another dimension right now.
Well, give the devil his due.
Well, at least he had a
Welcome to
better
SmackDown.
return than
Alistair
Rusev
Black,
did.
what an
This is a lot more
acquisition.
effective, I think.
Things just got real different around here. Miz was talking about being disrespected, being left out of WrestleMania. That's how he got shut up. Alistair Black is back. And this is the scene right now with the champs, the Street Profits, getting set for the TLC
Yeah, Montez
triple threat match
is
to defend the
cut,
WWE
man.
Tag Team Championships. It'll
I
be part of
didn't
a
recognize him. I was like, who is that?
final hour.
When they were like slowly
TLC
panning
triple
upwards.
threat. And coming up next, big names who both want to go at Fatu's U.S. Championship. Drew McIntyre.
Yo, I forgot this
against
match
the
was happening.
recent
Drew and
US
LA
champ,
Knight.
L.A. Knight.
After like when it's a very long show, I feel like sometimes I'm like, wait, this also was supposed to happen. This also was supposed to happen. All right, we are on a commercial break, everybody. Hold on one second. I want to get your guys' thoughts on how you felt about Alistair Black coming back to WWE. Let's see. We got CJ here who says can give Wade his flowers. Best commentary right now. He's doing a fine job. He's doing a fine job. I think he's entertaining. That's for sure. He's definitely entertaining. Thank you, CJ. And yes, did I read this already? When Zelina went double win both. Yeah, I did. Just making sure I did read that. Thank you, David and CJ. All right, let's see what we got here. Melissa Cabello says, Denise, will you live stream TNA? I don't know. I don't know what the interest is, you know? What if I do a stream and then like no one tunes in? I don't know what the interest is for the show. If people tweet me and are like, hey, Denise, you should do the TNA Rebellion live stream, then sure, I will do it if I get enough interest. Other than that, I don't want to hop on and then have like nobody on the stream. That's always my fear. So if people want me to live stream the TNA show, please let me know, because I need to gauge what the interest level even is, right? Like, what's the interest level? I don't know. And mind you, like, I'm out of the loop on TNA. So like, this is just me like tuning in, hanging out, watching a wrestling show. It's a little different than when I tune in for WWE and AEW, because I follow the product religiously. So it is a little bit more different for me. But Melissa Cabello, thank you so much for asking. And I'll wait. I'm going to keep out. I will wait and see what the people here say. We got YT here says, I'm so glad they kept his theme song. What a banger. We got Don here who says, glad he's back. Hopefully under Triple H he's presented better. We'll see, guys. We'll see. We got Henry Kiernan who says, great return. A Hyper Film says he should have appeared on pay-per-view. Yeah, it would have been super cool to have him like he came back like WrestleMania Night 1. Like that would have been kind of cool. But then again, you got to save something, right? Like SmackDown after WrestleMania, you got to save something. We got CJ here who says that Montez and Bianca have been on that super soldier serum. Dude, they both they are just, you can tell that they are just hella disciplined with their physique, with their regimen. Like they are disciplined, man. And once you just got it, you just got it. Thank you so much, CJ. Let's see. I'm going to go through some more comments here. Tiger Claw says, what about using your other channel for the TNA stream? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There would definitely be no one on the stream. There would be no one. There's not that many subscribers on the other page yet. Let's see what else we got here. We got Ryan Soloro who says TNA, TNA, TNA. We got David Kaplan here who says, hello, now that you're back, what was your highlight of the trip? Also, have you heard of the Swifty Cup? You should get it. Thanks. Oh, what? I didn't see that. I've been a little bit out of the loop from everything the last few days, so I need to get back to earth and things that I'm interested in. But my highlight of my trip was
now only 15 days away, and it was just announced. It's going to be Randy Orton and John Cena at Backlash, and you can experience the non-stop excitement of Backlash with On Location.
I had a really good time doing that red carpet, and I got a lot of content, so I felt good about it. And I got some cool interviews, and there was a lot happening in general. Like, even if I didn't get to talk to everybody, I didn't get to see a lot of people. So I feel like the highlight of my trip was definitely the Hall of Fame red carpet. Great question, David. You got me.
Bianca,
you.
your match at WrestleMania against Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, instant classic. Like one of the best matches of the entire weekend.
That's my girl. I love her.
You didn't leave Las Vegas unscathed. Can you tell us what happened?
I love Bianca.
My fingers hurt. My feelings hurt.
Oh, Jesus, her finger.
I'm just playing. Yeah, I walked out of WrestleMania with a couple of broken fingers, but it was all worth it. You know, we all fought to the end, and things may not have gone my way, but at least I can say that I am so proud of what the three of us were able to do at WrestleMania.
To your point, you had a great outing, but the match did not end the way that you wanted. Obviously, we know Io Sky is still the women's world champion.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Io, she found the perfect opportunity to capitalize, and I don't blame her. I would have done the same thing. Now, Rhea, she found a way to slip her way into a match that I earned, so I'm pretty sure this won't be the last time that I see her. But right now, I'm just focused on healing because I'm trying to get back to SmackDown. Because SmackDown is my home, and right now, my home is divided. So I know when I return, I got some unfinished business to handle.
Bianca, thank you so much and get well soon. Joe, Wade, we will anxiously await the return of the EST to her home right here on Friday Night Smackdown.
And Byron, I couldn't agree with Byron more.
We got let's see.
Bianca, Rhea, Io. They push the limits of what they're capable of.
All in the Game says Bianca's a genetic freak. Attack. Double S, I rewatched that triple threat for Mania. What a match. I've been wanting to rewatch it. That's definitely one that's worth going back to rewatch, that's for sure.
Right here in Fort Worth.
Let's see what we got here. We got Uncle Dunk says he still did the 2K stream. Hilarious. No, I'm kind of over it, to be honest. Again, guys, I'm not a big gamer. It's not really my type. Not really something I'm interested in. It was fun to do for like a couple of weeks, but I'm over it now. Favorite Denise is dead in the water. I already gave back my sister her PlayStation, and she was like, yes, it's back. So that's it. My gamer era is done. I will be back for next year's 2K game, or whenever the next 2K game is out. Then I will be back for maybe like a week or two, and then Video Game Girl will be dead again. And then she'll come back. Thank you, Uncle Dunk. All right, let's see what Naomi has going on right now.
Naomi. I don't care about this revenge you have with Jade. But when it comes to Tiffany and the title, stay out of my way.
As long as you proceed with caution.
Yeah, get out of her face, Naya. It's all about Naomi right now. Rude. All right, we are on, let's see what's next. I don't know what's next. Wayne says, but Denise, you played the game with hilarious. I know, but I got bored after a while. There's that. Oh, it's time for the match. All right, guys, let me upload this really quick. I've been trying to upload the same video for the last 40 minutes, and I kept saying I was going to do it, and then I kept getting distracted. Let me just upload it really quick.
Championship #1 contenders match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 240 pounds, L.A. Knight.
Earlier tonight, he declared, I'm not leaving here until I get my rematch against Fatu. It is L.A. Knight.
Yeah!
Hold on, this thing just like stopped playing. When's the sound coming back? This sound is like gone. Oh, there it is. All right, hold on. I'm just gonna finish uploading this.
Number one contenders match coming up in moments here. A match that earlier tonight, Nick Aldis, the general manager, came out and said, it's time for you two to get after it. Drew McIntyre and LA Knight, who had approached Jacob Fatu for the rematch. But Drew came out and interrupted everything.
A smart move by GM Aldis. You got to get ahead of this kind of stuff. When things start going off the rails on your show, take the bull by the horns, set these two off against each other, and then it hopefully should reduce the inevitable chaos.
All right, thank you so much for your patience, guys. My normal app that I normally use to upload my shorts from Instagram to Facebook is not working today for whatever reason. I've been trying to get it to work for the last 2 hours, and it's not working, which means that I got to upload every video manually, which is very hard to do when I'm on the stream. So I have to kind of just like do it sporadically. So all the Instagram ones are fine. They're going up. Please go to the Instagram page, hit that like button on those reaction videos and whatnot. But for Facebook, it's always a different story. So I always have to do those on my end. And just today, the app that I use is not working. So yeah, I just have to go about it a little bit more annoyingly because I like to just press the button and get them up. And when I have to upload them manually, I have to redo everything, type everything out, and listen to the clip, figure out which one it is. Because you guys know that I have Justin helping me on Friday, so he uploads for me on Instagram, which is a massive help, guys. It really saves me at least like an hour and a half of work afterwards, having Justin do it for me on the stream. So yeah, it's a huge help. All right, with that being said, okay. With that being said, let me catch up here. Thank you so much, by the way, to everybody who's sending in the love, sending in super chats. Thank you so much. We got Cyclops is better than Wolverine, who says, I'd live, die, or kill just for Nia to shake my hand. Cyclops, are you like a really big Nia Jax fan? Let me know in the comments. We got David here who says, I'm disappointed. I thought them bringing in Texas, we would see Roxy, but no. Yo, I don't know what's going on with that, with Roxanne Perez. I want her on the main roster already, damn it. It's got to happen sooner rather than later, but yeah, she's been like sporadically in different places. She's made some appearances on Raw, like Bilbo Braggins has mentioned, but she's not like official. And she also did have a match with Tiffany Stratton on SmackDown. But again, so she's not officially like main roster yet, though. Thank you, David.
WrestleMania match. And not even a week later, one central.
All right, who haven't I shouted out here? We got Benny the Bear. What's up, Benny the Bear? We got Scoocher Boy. What's up, Scoocher Boy? That's ZSRS. That's an insert.
For the number one contender slot.
Someone told me that I should get an intern, but I'm like,
who just defeated
I don't know.
LA Knights for that U.S. Championship at WrestleMania 41. Nick Aldis, the general manager here on SmackDown, came out earlier tonight when Drew McIntyre.
Hey, what's up, Bill W from New York? What's up, Bill? Hope you're having a good one.
And said, enough, you two fight tonight.
Let me be clear what we're looking at here. We're looking at two men who are putting a brave face
Cyclops says he's the biggest Nia Jax fan. All right, hey, like what you like.
An LA Knight who had two matches last week on SmackDown.
All right, let's see what we get out of this. Oh my gosh, if we get Drew versus Fatu, that's going to be wild. The new one here says Drew McIntyre's theme song is boring. He needs an upgrade. I think I've gotten used to it. So I guess for that reason, I don't like have a complaint about it, only because I've gotten used to it. But I'm sure if he had a pretty kick-ass rock and roll Scottish mix, it would probably be great. But I think right now, I guess they're fine with what they have. We've gotten used to it, and you recognize it. You know, when you hear it, you know Drew McIntyre's coming out. And there's so many people that you hear their theme song, and you're like, who is this? Right? Obviously not with the two guys in the ring, but other people. Thank you so much to anyone for the super chat. Very kind of you. We got Stephen Marchulli here who says, do you think Bianca versus Rhea in an Evolution match? Stephen, I hope so. I really, really hope so. I still want to see that match. And especially after what we saw with this triple threat, you just know it's going to be just as good. Thank you, Stephen.
U.S. Championship on Saturday night.
Thank you, Dawn. That's like in your IG post that dancing when you were jumping in that one. Yo, I know. I got into the. I got into the. That's honestly how I am 24/7. It's just that people never see it. So I'm like, you know what? Let me post more of what I really do at home when I'm not working. What do I really do at home? That's what I do at home. Thank you, Don.
Fatu had the jump up moonsault attempt, and somehow, some way, the timing by LA Knight was just spectacular.
Yeah, it was perfection, and in truth, that deserved a victory. Unfortunately for LA Knight in the particular match, Jacob Fatu just.
We got James Richards. What's up, James Richards? We got Dan Lightby Jr. Thank you so much for taking part of the stream.
Being a champion and being a loser at WrestleMania. There was virtually nothing.
All right, let's see what is next here.
A little too close with these two powerhouses. Drew able to get out of the way and rolls himself back into the ring.
But it's the kind of match, you've got so much wear and tear on your body already. You want to hit something big as quickly as possible. You know your opponent is weakened, just like you are. Get this over with fast.
Yep, Double S. Really great thing to see the triple threat match get a 5-star rating. I was so happy when I saw that. They deserve that. Julia says, why not get an intern, Denise? Jacob has Solo Sikoa as his intern. Nothing wrong with that. That is true. There you go. Maybe I should get an intern. Thank you, Julius.
Dismissed what happened last Friday on SmackDown when LA Knight, as you said, you felt it was poor judgment to take on.
I just like. I guess I don't want to get an intern because
into a tag team match
I was an intern, guys, multiple times. I was an intern, and I feel like it really sucks. Even if you get like school credit, you just have to do all that work for free. I'm like, nah. I rather have somebody that will work for
McIntyre
more pay versus no pay. You know what I'm saying?
The owner of that viral selfie.
It's like, nah, I just can't. I've been an intern. I have never told my intern stories, and boy, do I have some intern stories, guys. I interned at several places, several networks. I saw some shit, okay? I saw some shit. I experienced some shit, okay?
Into the cover.
It's the wilds out there, guys. It's the wilds. That's
too. We know the damage that he went through in the match.
I just realized some stuff, you know, adults.
Massive wear and tear.
They're crazy,
on the ribs,
man. They're crazy.
But you can work around a busted knee or a busted shoulder when the ribs or the spine are hurt.
I remember when I was younger and I used to think that adults knew everything and that adults were to always be trusted. And then I grew up and I was like, yo, y'all are messed up around here. Y'all are messed up. And so, yeah, no, I had some experiences.
That he took.
Dr. J. Merritt says, I hate that not all internships are paid. Mine are paid me very nicely. Yes, it's so nice. And what's worse is they treat you like shit.
He is targeting it, isn't he?
They treat you like shit. They make you do like all sorts of things, and they kind of get like a kick out of it. It's like a power thing. You know, like I'm gonna send this girl at midnight to go get pizza for the whole staff.
I'm not leaving here.
Then I'm gonna make it seem like she didn't give me my money back. It's so weird. So weird.
That make championship titles mean less, and Drew wants his opportunity.
Yep, Stuart Bridgman says power makes people do some real stupid things.
I want to fight a champion.
I saw a lot of fights too, like amongst executives and talent.
And that is Jacob Fatu.
Fights in these places, like used places, and the executives and talents are fighting amongst each other.
The most scary
So
man
crazy.
I've met in this entire industry, although this version of Drew McIntyre is not far behind. What a match that would be if it ever comes off.
Thank you, Henry. He says just liked all of your Instagram posts. Thank you, Henry.
LA Knight able to turn things around. Quick snap suplexes. McIntyre hit the brainbuster earlier. Was lining up LA Knight again. And now look at this scene here. In front of a big sold-out crowd at Dickies Arena.
Dickies Arena.
44. All that
I wasn't supposed to laugh at that, was I?
Coming off WrestleMania.
I don't think I was supposed to laugh at Dickies Arena.
Nights in Vegas, and now a sellout here.
Scoucher Boy says, tell us, Denise, it would be more interested than an average 3-hour SmackDown. One time my manager got really mad at me because he thought I took too long getting his burrito at Chipotle. And he yelled at me for like 30 minutes straight because I apparently took too long at Chipotle. Mind you, I walked to the Chipotle, got his burrito, and walked back. I did that as fast as I could. And I sat down, I brought him the burrito. He bitched about the burrito, by the way. Roasted me like if I was the one who made the damn burrito. Told me it wasn't shit. Told me I wasn't shit. And then set my ass back to work.
He comes in.
But I got my revenge on those people. Oh, I got my revenge. They kept their parking pass. When I left, decided not to tell them, and I took the parking pass and I kept it. Because they were mean. And I'm like, nope, this is my revenge. Want to yell at me for your Chipotle? Screw your damn Chipotle. I really do like Chipotle, though. Not their fault.
Could he get that rematch he wants? No. Shoulder up by McIntyre.
Oh, the last thing you want at this point in a match this deep, when your entire body is practically on fire, seeing your opponent kick out of one of your heavy hitters. Well, this might be the heaviest of them all.
He's looking for that BFT, but instead, McIntyre, quick to get out.
That weak and midsection of LA Knight didn't allow him the power. Go for that guillotine on the top rope. McIntyre got out of there. Oh, don't drop the guard, Drew.
Infamous DJ once says that's the making the pan shit there.
Into the new reinforced announce desk.
Wild.
And again. Well, Drew McIntyre somehow not out cold after that flurry of assaults yet. Uh-oh.
Oh, Solo Sikoa!
Oh, wow, Solo Sikoa actually helping here.
The referee's missed the entire thing.
At least he didn't ruin it. Oh, wait, I just realized it, though.
Referee never saw it. Solo Sikoa just spiked Knight.
Well, there's no
oh, how did Drew feel about this? He seems a little unsure.
Between those two. But don't look a gift horse in the
I think he's gonna take it. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna take it.
Silver platter for McIntyre to win this.
No, oh, Damian Priest. Oh, good on them. They made it. Drew made it seem like he was not coming back. So okay, wait. So then this ends in DQ, which means Knight, I assume, takes this then.
Number one contenders match. They're picking up where they left off in Vegas.
I'm so glad they're continuing this. I thought they did a good job, man.
Earlier tonight, I enjoyed embarrassing you in front of the world. That's what McIntyre said. Don't speak too soon, Drew.
Damn, table broke and slid.
Just exploded.
That's funny.
Well, McIntyre laid out. LA Knight took a spike in the ring. I don't know what the official call is on this one, and I'm not certain we're going to have an official winner.
I have no rank. This thing went to pieces. It went to pieces as Priest and Fatu looked up.
Hey, oh shit! Fatu! Damn! He came in like a rocket. Damn! I was like, what is? Just see like a giant person flying in. That was sick. She really truly came out of nowhere. Killer Demon says, "Yo, Jacob, yo, for reals."
If your legs work, start running.
If your legs work, start running.
It's too late for LA
That's a good line.
Just a piece
All
of
gas,
meat
no brakes.
for this savage.
The Samoan werewolf.
Ooh, what's the
Taking care
plan?
of
What's the
Priest
plan?
And Knight. And the running hip attack. And the smash into the corner.
Well, McIntyre got taken out with the south of heaven through the table. He may have got
Nice.
lucky. Jump up, moonsault.
This looks extra cool. It looks extra cool because he like jumps to the ropes and then does the moonsault. So it just looks extra cool. Yeah, infamous DJ one says Jacob about to feast. Feasting right now. Jacob feasting right now.
How badly do you want to be number one?
Here he's going for it again.
The most dangerous man of all.
No, thank you.
I don't know what that is, but it's funny every time.
And that is that.
Dude is over.
Yeah, the remnants of the desk, the choke slam. McIntyre was put through it. But in the end, it's the new U.S. champion who stands with his belt, as he would say, "Yada mean, boys, take that."
All right, that's where we're at right now.
Night here in Fort Worth.
We got
for
Bilbo Braggins who says U.S. title scene looking legit. We got Killer Demon 669 who says Jacob is a metalhead BTW, guys. Oh, I didn't know that. Let's see. We got Brandon Rosetti says, damn, that was good. Sheldon Jackson says, chat technically Drew's #1 contender for the U.S. title. He won via DQ. Who came out? It was, what's his face first, though?
And she is your new
That's true, because what's his face? The Priest attacked Drew. So that means Drew technically wins that. Yeah, thank you, Sheldon. He's got a little crazy in there.
And the big news of the night, it is coming your way in 15 days. May 10th,
Jesus. 15 days.
It's official. Randy Orton, John Cena.
That means my birthday's in 23 days. 23 days, and I have nothing planned. Nothing planned. I don't know why, but I feel like doing much this year. I kind of just want to chill, you know? I can't explain it, but I feel like just chilling. Like, I don't want to do nothing. I just want to be in my house with a pizza. You know what I really, really want? And I ain't even going to lie to you guys. I'm craving this so badly. I just want a cheesecake. Just a cheesecake.
For the tag team.
I want a pizza, a cheesecake, a bag of hot Cheetos, and a good puzzle.
The alliance of two
That's honest to God all I want for my birthday. A pizza, hot Cheetos, a cheesecake, and a good puzzle. I'm that simple. I'm that simple. Everyone keeps asking me, like in my family, like, are you gonna do this? You're gonna do that? I'm very, very simple this year. Don says that sounds like a perfect birthday. I know. I told my husband that, and he was like, "That's it. That's what you want to do." And I'm like, "Yeah, kind of, guys. That's kind of what I want to do." Bog Viega says, "I love hot Cheetos too." Oh my god. Yo, I love hot Cheetos. They're so bad for me, but and I don't eat them nearly as much as I wish I could. But damn, bro, I love me some hot Cheetos, man. All of them, too. I don't care what brand. I will eat them all. I don't care what flavor. I love them all. I do not discriminate against hot Cheetos. All right, let me see what we got here. We got thank you, Buzz Viega. Infamous DJ1 says, I just had a slice of pizza for real. MCG says, damn, extra hot flaming Cheetos. All of them. I can do very well with hot sauce. The new one says, like a crossword puzzle. No, like puzzle. I'm not really into crossword puzzles. I'm more of a full puzzle person. Eric Diaz says, what's your birthday, Denise? Mine is May 12th. Ooh, I'm just a couple days away from you. I'm May 18th. Everyone and their mother is born on May 18th, by the way. At least I know 100 people who share my birthday. Kevin Simpson says, nothing wrong with that. It's your birthday, right? Oh, I was even Googling. This is how bad it is. I was Googling cheesecakes. Like, where can I go and get a cheesecake? And there's this place in New York that you guys no, there's a place in, I think there's a place in New York and a place in Las Vegas. And oh my gosh, I forgot what it was called. It starts with a J. Fuck, what is it? Hold on. Cheesecake J New York. Jolie's Juniors. That's what it is. Juniors. Okay, so I went on their website and their cheesecakes are like, I believe, I'm not too sure, but I'm wondering if they would ship it like to California. I don't know if they would. I know some places do, but I don't know if they would ship that. I think there's a location in Los Angeles, but okay, so like check this out. They have, hold on. Dang it, I don't know where it went. Oh, there's Cena. I'll talk about my cheesecake after.
Dog, I'm glad you won the championship.
Not true. It's hero.
From the beginning, always be for you. If you need me at any time, give me a call.
R-Truth, he ain't gonna call you, bud. He shot his shot, but like.
True. When did John Cena become so whack? Dog, there's two sides to every story, Oos. That's a real world champion. Someday when I grow up, I'm gonna be just like him.
Oh my gosh.
You already grown up, though.
Bless his soul.
John Cena accepted Randy Orton's challenge. They are going to meet up in St. Louis in 15 days. It is Backlash.
Don says it's not far from my job. Oh, you're so lucky.
Championship.
Okay, so look at this, guys. They have. I'm not even. This isn't even a sponsorship, okay? But like legit, look at the cheesecakes that they have. Look at that. What the hell? What the hell? I want them all. Look at that. This is oh, that's a chocolate cake. Oh, look at this one. Cherry crumb. Brooklyn crumb cheesecake. Oh my God. Apple crumb. Look at this one. It's celebration cheesecake. It's like birthday cheesecake. Look at this one. Oh my God. Chocolate mousse. Oh my God. Red velvet cheesecake. What? Look at this one. Devil's food cheesecake. Pineapple cheesecake. Tell me that's not like brilliant. Oh my God. Anyways, I'm going to try to see if there's a location of theirs that ships to California because that's what I want. I want like at least 3 of those cheesecakes. Legit. That's what I want. That's all I want in life right now. Look at me. I'm like licking my lips here. Dawn says, Denise, I just looked it up. They do ship to California. You think they'd ship to California? Because, like, I don't even care. I'll pay extra for that shipping. Yo, I was scrolling, literally looking at them, like, drooling. I'm like, I need it. I don't feel so. There's a bunch of Cheesecake Factories by my house. There's like a bunch. But they don't have these kinds of cheesecakes. Like, they don't have these ones. They just have, like, your generic cheesecake. They don't got, like, those ones with the chocolate and the birthday cake and all of those other toppings. Oh, my gosh. So, yeah, Henry Kieran says, I love cheesecake. Me too.
Epic bet.
Let's see. Cookies guy says sorry. My editor says sorry. Denise can't finish the reel. Just fainted from immediate onset diabetes after those pictures. Meanwhile, I'm here like I want to get like 3 of them. Ship them to my house and let me try a little bit of each. So good. Oh my gosh. Don the Visionary says now you got me wanting some cheesecake. Louis says you like the fancy stuff. Yo, yeah. Infamous DJ One says that's fair. I like an Oreo cheesecake. So good. Have you ever had a fried Oreo, by the way? I had a fried Oreo for the first time like 3 months ago. Oh, during Halloween time, actually. Never mind. Not 3 months ago. This was Halloween. Wow,
And they were
my
so
perception of
upset
time right
by
now
the
is really off.
circumstances
But
surrounding it that
oh
they
my
ended
God,
up
he looks so
completely
different, Ciampa.
hijacking the chance
I
to
can't even
championship
look at
match
him
last week.
without the
They felt
beard.
that
He
should
looks
have been
so
their
weird.
opportunity. Well, now here's a chance.
Yeah, I tried a fried Oreo for the first time, and
things
it was
for the
stupendous.
two-time
Carolyn Whitney
WWE
says, I
Tag
love
Team
fried Oreos. So good. I couldn't believe it. Jeff Blackson says, someone made me cheesecake from scratch like 20 years ago, and I still think about it sometimes. I understand. If only you could find out the recipe. You could probably do it yourself, but there's so many different recipes, though, for cheesecakes. And some people just know how to make them so well. Let me see. We got CJ here who says, I hated that Drew went clean at Mania and the babyface Priest screws Drew. Again, it's been a year now. When's enough? Priest is a stalker. Priest is a stalker is kind of low-key hilarious. CJ, I'll take you up on that one. Very funny. Thank you for the super chat, CJ. Now we're gonna refer to Baby Priest as the stalker. Oh, they did like Shawn Michaels inspired gear, by the way.
Their second
Montez and
a 6-match winning streak.
Angelo Dawkins.
Their last loss actually.
Yeah, thank you, Jonathan. You know the same thing too. Yeah, that's totally Shawn Michaels inspired.
That was back on October 8th.
Right away.
Pretty Deadly was also in that match, but this just feels.
Jay Grouse says you just know this was their Mania fits. Heartbroken. Jay Grouse. Why'd you gotta tell me that? That's probably true.
This is tables,
that probably was their
ladders,
WrestleMania
and
fit.
This is history. This is
Christopher
violence.
Snow says this straight out of HBK's closet.
Exactly what you're stepping into and the line that must be crossed to accomplish the task.
Listen, Cabello says, Denise, have you had Cheeto flaming hot dill pickle? No, I hate pickles.
And I'll tell you right now, Joe, these are three
probably not.
teams who clearly didn't make the WrestleMania card. They've all got a point to prove tonight. Hey, WrestleMania 41.
All right, here we go.
Hey, management, this is what you could
I think this is the main event.
I like the hunger among these 6 men.
Triple threat TLC match. Let's go, baby.
Now let's go and get it.
Yeah, that's exactly how it should be. Make your point this evening. I'll say right now, with the experience level, the caliber of these teams, the motivation, and of course, the stakes. This match has the potential to top anything we saw all weekend at WrestleMania 41.
Now quickly going right to the ladder is DIY. Oh, and the kick right through the ladder comes from the Motor City Machine Guns. And now the Motor City Machine Guns and Street Profits square off, Wade.
Yeah, I got to tell you right now, right off the bat, I will call the Motor City Machine Guns the favorite for this one, purely because of their cruiserweight style that they've made their own. They really are the innovators of that style. It really behooves you to be masters of that speed, that motion, to get to the top of those ladders as quickly as possible.
And this is exactly what you're talking about when it comes to the style of Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, they should go out there and just have like a hell of a match so that they can prove everybody wrong, especially given like criticisms that all the night one matches got. They could like prove and be like, hey guys, we should have been on this card. We go out there and we put a banger match, especially in TLC, bro.
Who have been screwed left, right, and center. There must have been 4 or 5 championship opportunities that have gone begging.
Oh, right into the chair. Oh, and then the ladder right after.
But instead, Gargano was there with the steel chair.
Playing tennis with people's heads.
Oh, and the steel chair right to the gut of Tez. Oh, man, oh, man.
We've only just fixed this. Oh, my God.
Whoa! Dawkins just pounced on Tommaso Ciampa, and now he's got Gargano up. Oh, look at the brutality.
He just like ran with
the thud of Johnny's head into the post.
Nice little start so far to this matchup.
Driven by one of the most powerful men on the roster, Angelo Dawkins. And that just speaks to the power game of the Street Profits, who have come back re-energized, refocused.
I mean, wait, look at this right here. I mean, Dawkins got clear sailing to retain the championships.
I mean, it could be a cakewalk.
This is going to be easy for Dawkins.
I think Johnny Gargano and Ciampa are out cold.
Johnny Gargano. Like the way he says Johnny Gargano.
To try and slow things down.
Saban came out of left field.
Uncle
when
Dong
Dawkins
says
was
cheesecake
all
on a
alone,
pole
and
match.
now
Yo,
Shelley is in
if this
there
was cheesecake
as
on a
well,
pole match,
and
you
getting
would see me
hold
do
of that
some shit.
left leg and
I
taking
would
through the
be
slot
like,
of the
I would
ladder.
turn into
Breaking
Jeff Hardy in a
The
TLC
Dragons
match.
go right against the ladder as the championship.
I would beat Edge, but I'd spear right through the cheesecake with my tongue out and my mouth open, take a bite as I flew through the sky.
Oh, now Motor City Machine Guns. Motor City Machine Guns are in there as Gargano comes down and is able to take care of Alex Shelley.
I would, yes, book it.
Motor City Machine
Cheesecake
Guns taking out those
TLC,
monster
I'm in.
frustrations on DIY who have made their lives
He's
a
cake
misery
money in
at
the
times,
bank
I'm
instead of
sure.
a
The Machine
contract.
Guns
Put a
regret
dang
coming
cheesecake in
anywhere
there.
near WWE. They've had long success.
All I want in life,
but
guys.
they've never faced the
All
kind
I
of
want.
adversity they have faced here on SmackDown in the last 3 or 4 months.
This has just been non-stop, full throttle. Tables, ladders, and chairs for the WWE Tag Team Championships that hang high right now. All these teams have tasted gold in their lifetime in WWE, but it is the Street Profits that have been the most dominant recently, as this is how they try to put forth their third title defense as the ladder comes crashing down on Tez.
Just when we thought, oh, the heavyweight slugger Dawkins is back up, just when we thought we finally got some consistency, some order in the tag ranks, DIY blew that out of the window, and we're back to the
Thank you so much, Aaron Teagle. It's very
And
nice
now
for
the
you. Thank you.
360 splash corner to corner by Big Angelo Dawkins. He has the power and size
How are you doing,
advantage.
Dawes?
Oh, the big man was thinking about going up top and delivering.
Sir
but
Bridgman
instead
says
he's
Denise's
right
Cheesecake
down in
Desire
such
versus
a
Dom's Chicken
compromised
Tendies
position
Desire.
by Saban and Shelley.
Oh man,
Oh,
I mean
man.
chicken tendies are great
Don't
too.
fancy
So
any of that,
I get it.
don't
I
you?
get it.
Oh.
I mean, normally it's Tez who goes up top. Dawkins saw some magic happening there, but may live to regret it.
So Saban on the outside. He's quick to grab the steel chair. And the crowd reacts to that. A sellout here in Fort Worth. Oh, they're lining up the chair. Oh, the basement drop kick through the chair. Right to the head. The brutality of this.
Yeah, and I'm kind of getting close to writing Dawkins off for the rest of this matchup. If Tez wants to win this thing, he may have to do it on his own, but even that's looking bleak now. Wait up.
Oh, man, the missile drop kick through the chair. So both members of the Street Profits have taken damage from the Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh, what a devastating hit that was. That champion drop kicked into the forehead of Montez Ford. The damage clearly already done to Dawkins. The champs looking worse for wear in this one. We may see a title change the way this is going.
I'm sorry. Tommaso Ciampa looks like fucking Mr. Clean.
At full force.
I've seen a lot
I
of
was looking at him right now and I'm like, who's that guy?
matches. This is about as vicious as it gets. What are you doing?
Oh my gosh, Montez. Oh my god, his feet hit like the barricade for that.
Wipes them all out.
Crazy.
Flying over his partner.
Almost didn't
Angelo
have like that
Dawkins.
much space
I'm
to
worried
like
about
do
Shelley's
that.
arm here.
Look at this.
I've written Montez Ford off for the next few minutes after that steel chair to the head. Managing to bounce back. This is that championship caliber that the Street Profits returned to WWE with several months ago.
We are so thrilled to be bringing you.
Frederick Crow, I'm so glad you enjoyed
tables,
the latest
ladders,
AEW
and
unboxing
chairs,
video. This
triple
was my
threat
video that I
match.
dropped today, guys. If you missed
Commercial-free
it,
as the
AEW All
Street
Elite
Profits
Crate unboxing
look
is
to retain, and they will if Tez can climb that ladder and secure their championships back.
Referees and medical staff checking over all the fallen men on the outside. I guarantee you not one of them is going to give up no matter how much pain they're going through. Not with the gold on the line and fingertips touching there from Montez Ford.
Tommaso Ciampa and Tez at the top of that ladder, fighting side by side as Johnny Gargano looks to take advantage and go up on his own.
Nothing worse than those titles swinging away from your grasp, especially when the ladders aren't quite positioned perfectly, which is the case here. You've got to get those things up so quick to get any chance.
Oh, what are
of
they
grabbing
setting
the
up
goal.
here?
Oh, God.
Oh, I like that.
Twisting flatliner
From that height.
Fifth or the sixth run. And now Tommaso Ciampa is there.
Wait.
Look at this.
No, I was going to say, you can't win already. Come on now, we just got started.
And just at the last moment,
Infamous DJ One Such a Crazy Video was funny. That base shirt was fire. Thank you so much for checking it out. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy, for also checking out the video.
Off of the ladder was absolutely ridiculous.
Big-time Baxter says DT's going to be a massive blow for AEW to lose Mariah Mann for putting so much stock into her. Of course, you don't want to lose talent like Mariah Mann. Definitely not.
Angelo Dawkins coming back from the death.
And now Dawkins and Johnny side by side as the championships swing overhead. No, Angelo.
Ooh, nice.
The silencer that will shut Johnny Gargano up potentially for the rest of this match. And may well
I
do the
can't
same
get
for
over
that,
Mr. Clean.
delivering the move Angelo Dawkins.
And now
I can't get
the
over
newly
it.
clean-shaven Ciampa looking to get gold here. Chris Sabin is trying to deny
He also
him.
kind of looks like, from
And
far
now
away, if you
all
squint, he
three
kind of looks like
teams
Christopher Daniels.
represented as he sends up
Ooh,
Lions.
right in the huevos. Oh, wait, Chris Sabin avoided it.
Ugly
Chris Sabin
landing.
avoided
I
it.
think Chris Sabin managed to save himself.
He actually
Ciampa
saved
took
himself.
a nasty hit to the groin, to the armpit. And now the Motor City Machine Guns get their chance. No.
But that steel chair, that weapon of choice. And now Tommaso Ciampa, right around the neck of Alex Shelley. Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
Wait, what? He just put him in a fucking circle
Swinging
with
that
the
steel
chair.
while his
Yo.
neck was wrapped in another.
Yo.
Louisville slugger. to
That was
torturous
actually, I want to see a
device
replay of that because that was pretty
wrapped around
dope.
the neck. Oh, God.
He was just like,
There
boop, and his
is
head
no
just went,
let
boop.
up in this TLC match. Thank God it's commercial free. I couldn't imagine missing and turning away for a single second. This is outrageous. Just awesome stuff to determine the tag champions. You know, you said it earlier tonight, Wade. A group of men, angry and hungry. They were not on the WrestleMania card. They are proving what they're all about right here. The tables are set up. What is Gargano doing? What is he doing? He's saying, oh, no.
Ooh, even worse.
He's saying, forget the flat seat part.
Oh,
Let's
it
go
goes
with the
right into
pointy
the
top.
It was the sharpest point of the chair, and we're going to throw a man right on top of it. And thankfully for Angelo Dawkins, his tag partner Montez Ford saved the day.
Big right hand.
Oh, God.
Oh, God,
Johnny
yeah.
takes the pointy tops of the chairs instead.
Johnny.
Falling on his own sword there. Gargano's spine eats
Darren
at
G
the
says,
body
we went to
parts
win Denise.
of those
Definitely the
steel
Street
chairs.
Profits.
We
Yeah,
have
they got the
chairs and
fit.
we
They
have
just won the
ladders
titles.
everywhere.
I think it should be the
Strewn
Profits.
ringside and through. Watch the top of those chairs. And the back of Gargano.
Ouch.
Gargano's
Oh, God, I look how they're happy, how they're hyping themselves up.
They're going to the outside.
Get the
Street Profits are
table!
saying, let's get tables in the act now.
Well, starting to understand that you can climb that ladder, but be pretty certain that one of these teams is going to get up there and stop you. Do the damage now while you can. You have the upper hand.
Young J Knight says this is their WrestleMania match.
Exclamation point if you can.
Facts.
Ciampa's back on his feet and pulls down Big Dawkins. Slams his head on the apron. There's a super kick.
Oh, wait for it.
And
I
in
think
doing
they're
that,
setting
it
up.
puts Ciampa
Hold on, let me
right to
see
that
the layout
electric
here.
chair.
Yep, he's gonna
No
hit him
way.
with the
No
dive.
way. Blockbuster!
Yeah, that was pretty damn
To the
cool.
floor! I mean, Tez is out of control
That was
tonight.
pretty fun.
Everybody's laid out. Isn't this the way it should be? TLC
Isn't this the way it should be?
For the tag team championships.
Oh, one of the most sickening moves you could possibly see. Blockbuster to an elevated man on the outside, managing to take out all opponents and himself in the process.
We got bodies everywhere. We got a sellout in Fort Worth. The SmackDown after Mania, TLC, triple threat, championships hanging high, and yet the Warriors are out on the floor beating the hell out of each other.
What is that? Wait, what? That's someone's leg! What? That's someone's leg! Oh shit, that fan almost got hit by the ladder. Oh my god, what an incredible moment for that fan. His leg got used.
Can you believe the assist from the front
That
row?
was great.
Hey,
I've never seen anything like it.
Oh my
Gets the
god.
job done. Unfortunately for the Street Profits, they are laid out once
Big
again.
G says at least he gave it back. I would hope
Weapons
so,
of war
bro.
everywhere
I
you
would
look
hope
around
so.
ringside.
Marky Dark says crazy.
Alex Shelley, no way
Hey,
to
girl says
protect
you wouldn't see
himself
that
from
happen
the
at
Sicilian
Mania. King of Strong
psychopath.
Style says match is nice.
the
Eric
fresh
just
shade.
like that was his legs. Dino Howard says that was
Face,
amazing.
Save, Vicious, Tommaso
Cyclops
Ciampa.
says that does count as
Dawkins
kicks.
is
Carolyn
laid
says
out
that was great.
that table.
Ray Spears says the no blood needed.
You start to wonder who has
Funny.
what left. Everybody has taken
I was
damage.
like,
You can
what
dig
on
deep
earth
at this
is
point
that
in
even?
a TLC triple threat. Oh, running his face
Boy, did
right
I learn
to
what
the
it was
edge
fast.
of the table that was on top of the ladder.
This has been the most appalling, heinous, merciless TLC match, I think, in history.
Wade, it is
And
so
it ain't
bad,
over yet, Joe.
but it is so good.
Good for us. Certainly not good for the 6 men in there, unless they actually end up winning the goal. 4 of these men are going to be incredibly disappointed as they perhaps sit in a hospital bed this evening.
I mean, how do you possibly
Oh my
wake
gosh.
up the next day after this?
Nice. Frog splash from
Through the table with Dawkins on it.
Sabin.
At some point in a match like this,
Yeah, this is definitely better than
somebody
anything
has
we
to
saw
step in
aside
and
from the main
slow some
event
of these guys down.
from night
Taz
one.
back on his feet.
Protect these guys from themselves.
Has gone flying 2 times already, including the blockbuster, including the corner.
He flew and landed that perfectly, man. He landed that perfectly.
We've had 2
That was
tables
great.
go down with Warriors willing to fly through the sky.
This is
2
fun.
tables going down, but 6 bodies going
This is fun. And we still got like 12 minutes left on the show, by the way. Like, there's still plenty of time. Oh my God, Mark Firefly says TLC tables, legs, and chairs.
Machine guns in an absolute instant classic of a TLC
Mark,
triple threat for
Can I
those,
steal
the
this? Can I
WWE
tweet this out?
Tag Team
I need to steal
Championships.
your
The
idea right now because this is
SmackDown
actually
after
kind of great.
And these
Mark,
6
if you
men
give me permission,
out
I
to
am
prove
tweeting this
themselves.
out.
all 6 men with a competitive
Oh shit!
psychosis this
Actually,
evening.
hold on.
Apparently, an
I'm
obsession
gonna.
with going nuclear in that
Thank you,
ring.
Mark. He says
In
go right
pursuit of
ahead.
winning the
Thank you.
gold
I gotta
gold
tweet
that
this out. That is
neither
brilliant.
man has got anywhere near for the past few minutes. They've been so bent on attacking each other.
It has just been destroying each other. Nobody's even put a ladder near those belts.
That
for
is
many
brilliant.
minutes, as it has been all-out brutality of destroying
I'm
each other.
dead.
A big boot by Ciampa.
That is
Weapons of torture
brilliant.
headed behind him. Okay.
I just
Remember
tweeted that out,
ladder's
Mark. Oh, dude, right in the back. Oh, God, these men
The
are
white
dead.
Through
Dude,
the
this is what I
ladder.
mean when you got a
That
chip on
ladder
your
is
shoulder You're gonna go out there and prove people wrong. Let it light a fire underneath them. Dude, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Even worse in slow motion. Oh my God. Also, Mark, thank you so much for your brilliance.
It's all on you, Gargano.
Gargano's going to finish it right here. DIY in position, but no. Met by the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley.
Hold on, Mark. I'm about to give you your credit, though.
Greatest moment.
Because I can't take credit for this brilliance.
And now Gargano's trying to
Hold
fight
on.
off
Let me
both
put
Shelley and Sabin. And if he can, he will have a clear path. As Johnny, he's on that table.
Slingshot DDT attempted.
That was
Sabin
the attempt.
blocked it.
He was looking for that slingshot DDT, but instead the combo kicks.
Their own version of a meeting in the middle, perhaps, for the master of that.
All right, Mark.
particular move.
Just make sure to
Johnny,
give
go,
you
go,
credit
go.
right
They're not
underneath the
lining up Skull
post,
and
so.
Bones. They're not lining up Skull and Bones on top of a table.
I ain't that clever.
What in the world?
Oh! Oh, what the fuck? Guys, what the F, man? What the?
I've seen it all.
What the French fries?
A move that devastates.
They're having the best time. They're having the best time.
3 or 4 feet drop. And in a concrete floor.
Wow. I'm so happy for them right now.
Crowd.
This is the best that the SmackDown Tag Team
We said
Division has
earlier tonight,
done in a
how
very,
do you
very
possibly have an
long
encore to
time.
WrestleMania
They're killing it right
41
now.
And what we saw this weekend.
G says these guys are
The
making a statement
all-time
tonight.
classics
That's what happened,
with
man.
Seth
What happened?
and Roman
What happened?
and Punk, or Io and Rhea
That-
and Bianca.
Whenever you
come
get
to a
shaded,
tough town like Fort Worth,
dismissed,
you bring
unrecognized,
tables, ladders, and
whenever
chairs.
you get told
You put
whatever the hell you get
desperate,
told, you need to
hungry
go out there and you need to
warriors
fight
together,
back, and that's what
and
they're
you
doing
go
right now.
for
They're saying
gold like
we should have been
DIY's
on
about
the
to do right
WrestleMania
now.
card. Oh
Moments
shit.
away from
Is this it?
winning it is Ciampa.
I don't think
Motor
this is
City
it.
Machine Guns.
Oh, this is definitely not it. Oh, he's gonna do the hanging bit like Jeff
He's
Hardy.
hanging. He is hanging.
Don't tell me they're gonna try to recreate the
Now the steel
Edge Jeff
chairs.
Hardy. Nope, they're going with the chair. Pinata! I was hoping he went in with a few more shots. Oh, he really is. God, they really are. Oh shit! They're trying to recreate it. Oh my god!
The
Oh,
the powerhouse
they're
is
trying
to
to
the top of
recreate
the
it.
ladder.
Dawkins is going for
Ciampa's
it. Oh fuck!
defenseless.
Oh my god, he's going for it. He's going for it. Oh my god,
Target on Tommaso. Midair spear through a table.
Oh my god! Yo! He fucking did it! And he added the table. That was cool. That was very, very cool.
What the hell did you just
Very, very cool.
Bedlam, disarray, carnage.
Very cool, man. Yo,
And
this
even the Motor
this
City
match is
Machine Guns
completely changing.
sat
This
back
match is
and
going to
watched that
completely change
destruction,
the
could not
perception
believe their
of the
eyes.
SmackDown
Thank
Tag Team
God
Division right here.
It wasn't us.
Wow.
Motor City Machine Guns have steadied themselves.
Leo Poro says Champa
And they will
Pinata.
simply
Then
bring
Stalker says,
the ladder
wow, whoa,
into
damn.
position.
Joe, I don't
Royce
know
Spears
how
says
much about
commentary's
this is
killing
thinking
it
you've
too.
got
All around a
all the
good
time
show.
in the
Yeah, I mean,
world
they're
and
going to
how
kill
much
it
it
when,
is
like, when
the
you
body
are
simply not moving fast enough,
genuinely enjoy what you're seeing,
Alex Shelley
they're obviously
is
going to do even
getting
better.
a free ride as Chris Sabin guards it. And now Gargano, he throws the chair at the head of Shelley.
Well, just as you write off 3 opponents, a 4th one is waiting in the wings. And Gargano smells victory.
Johnny
The higher it
Gargano
climbs,
now.
the stronger that smell gets.
Remember, his partner took the mid-air spear and went through a table. And now Johnny Gargano is touching one of the belts. Chris Sabin is there to meet him. Whichever team removes the championships
Then
become
Stalker
the
says,
new tag team
SmackDown
champions.
is lame, the
Sabin is touching
SmackDown
one.
tonight.
Gargano has touched one. They're trading right hands and left hands, battling atop the ladder. Everybody on their feet here in Fort Worth, and it has been like that for the better part of a half an hour of non-stop action.
Oh!
Springboards his way to the
He
top.
just came out of nowhere.
Montez
Yo!
Ford's got it.
Oh,
Ford's
wait,
in
nope,
position.
not yet.
Oh,
I thought he...
Gargano brings him down. What is
Ooh,
a very
oh
compromised
no,
position
that's
he's
an
in.
uncomfortable
Oh, he
position
is
to
stuck
be
in
in.
the ladder.
He's
Oh,
literally
he is
just
stuck
in the ladder, tucked in there. Oh, dude. Oh, I was scared he was going to step on his face.
Gargano's climbing right over him.
No, that's a terrible position to be in.
Gargano and DIY.
Nope, there's Sabin.
Sabin's right back to him with a body shot and a headshot.
Oh, there's Montez.
Montez is climbing.
He's climbing the ladder
from
the other direction. Pretty cool.
It's up for grabs now, a three-way battle.
Smashes their heads. Street Profits. Could it be the only way to retain?
There it is. There it is.
Montez Ford.
Yes, get it.
How to close it out.
Oh, and also smart of him to get it the other direction instead of taking down the belt. Yes. Hell yeah. They effing killed it. They effing killed it. Please give them some love, man. Give them some love. Don the Visionary says, damn. Rose Pierce says, creative. Pillar of Demons says, profits retained. Don the Visionary says, hey. Rally Cap here says, profits. Eric Diaz says, what a great match. Melissa Cabello says, and still. Don says, this was a great show. Bob Viega says, great one. Race Pierce says, well deserved. Infamous DJ One says, profits win. Don the Visionary says, amazing. Mike Rouse says, killer. Infamous DJ One says, excellent match. Tremaine Young says, well done. Henry Kiernan says, amazing match. Zeno Hour and Marky Dark clapping emojis. YT says, what a match. Dr. J Merritt says, that was great. Infamous DJ says, 5 stars. Britton Hawkins shows him some flowers. KJ says, wow, what a TLC match. YT says, that should have main evented WrestleMania. I think it should have opened WrestleMania. Raphael Smith for night 1 at least. Actually, maybe Jay Gunther opened that somewhere in the middle. Somewhere. Raphael Smith, outstanding match. Tremaine Young says, awesome match. CJ says, Triple H really thought New Day versus War Raiders was better than Morrison Machine Guns DIY Street Profits and a TLC. SmackDown back-to-back Baker shows 3 hours, never the issue in my opinion. Dude, I just remembered that they did that War Raiders Street Profits match instead. I mean, sorry, that War Raiders New Day match instead. Oh, that match was so boring. This match was great. Wow. Yeah, I would have definitely put this one there instead. Thank you, CJ. Let's see. Ben Foster says, excellent. Tracy says, chef's kiss on that. Big G says, should have been on WrestleMania. KJ says, well deserved. Nick Maxwell here says, that was a great match. Young Jay Knight says, chef's kiss. Stuart Bridgman says, cheese good. You know, sorry. Now every time I love something and I really love something, I'm just gonna yell, cheese good. That's it. Oh, that's my new thing, guys. That's my new bit now. Cheese good. Whatever match is like really great. Sid Stalker here says match was lit. Christopher Marina says in the ad Fraxiom to this division. Yo, Fraxiom in this match, forget it. A little too much. Be crazy, man. Corey McCarthy says let's effing go. Wow. Let's see. Christopher Snow says it should have been on Mania. Mari Scott puts this as match of the year. Mike Centenni says better than most of Mania. Where was this type of SmackDown than the last few months? Facts. Young Jay Knight says they took that on them not being on Mania, they took that personally. As you should, guys. Anytime anyone freaking doubts you, you take that shit personally. Let's see what else we got here. Doris Johnson says that was one of the greatest TLC triple threat matches ever. Stuart Bridgman says cheesecake versus meat. Tracy WV says the only thing is they wouldn't have been allotted that much time on Mania. At least they did it commercial free. That's true. Oh, you're right. It was commercial free. I didn't even realize it because I usually get the action through even so through. So I didn't even realize that it was commercial free, to be honest. Zachary Walton says that match was lit.
And what he was able to do. Out to the floor. Through the table. The damage that Tommaso Ciampa took tonight. This man went for it and was willing to pay the price. They all were. But in the end, it was Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins Wade who found the way.
As hazardous a match as you get, and contrast the elation of the champs with the physical agony and despair for the four men who did not make it theirs this evening through no fault of their own. The margins between glory
Let's see what else we got here.
in this game are so close. I'll take nothing away from these guys. Trust me, you might feel
J
like
Girls
you're
9
not
says when we get Fraxiom versus Profits match, I will be barking at
Just
my TV.
pause and think about the last
If you
7
start barking,
days
I'm gonna need a video of that.
WWE.
Stony Angel says it should have been the match at Mania, not the New Day against the Raiders. I agree, Stony Angel. Put it on a sign and put it over my head because I agree. Wow.
Time classic TLC.
All right, guys, just FYI, we're still going to do our post show today. Robin will be joining me in a couple of minutes. This was just the watch along portion, but we still got the actual post show incoming. All right, and let me just wrap up the actual the watch along portion. Hold on 1 second. All righty. With that being said, let's get into our post show. And before I do, just a friendly reminder, guys, as always, support our sponsors here. You have no idea how much Blue Chew supports this channel. We love Blue Chew here, so please give Blue Chew some love. BlueChew.com, promo code Denise. Are you having technical difficulties in bed? Are you tired of being counted out, tapping out, or simply jobbing out? Get out of developmental and get drafted to the best sex you ever had with today's podcast sponsor, Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection-enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. And Blue Chew is putting its money where its mouth is and offering you a month free. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Remember, hard times breed better men. So make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free when you use the promo code Denise. Just pay $5 shipping. That's promo code Denise. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. All right, guys, let's bring in Robin. Robin, how are you? Good to see you, man.
What's going on, Denise? How are you?
Dude, I'm doing good. I'm feeling good after what we just saw today. I could not be more thrilled about the episode of SmackDown that we have to get into here today.
Well, the ending of it especially, right? A WrestleMania quality match to end the WrestleMania after SmackDown.
I 100% agree. So let's get to this, guys. Let's do our post show. Here we go. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. We are back, ladies and gents. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo and Robin Lundberg. It is Friday, April 25th, and we are here to chat about the SmackDown after Mania. Robin, I gotta tell you, I'm feeling super hyped coming off of that show. A lot of news to get into, a lot of big moments, but in particular, that ending of a main event, the tag team TLC. Before we break that all down, what did you think of today's show?
Well, I mean, I think the ending was the biggest part of the show, and we'll, one of the talking points I think you'll see, Denise, is why wasn't that on WrestleMania, right? Like, why wasn't that on WrestleMania? But I'm going to counter that because if that was on WrestleMania, it wouldn't have gotten as much love. Twofold. Number one, they wouldn't have gotten the amount of time, I don't think, that they got tonight. That was a long match. And number two, it was the central focus of attention. It was the main event of SmackDown. It allows us to come in here and react to it right after the fact versus being buried amid the card of WrestleMania. So I think it actually was a better showcase for the performers to be on SmackDown rather than WrestleMania, though it was absolutely a WrestleMania quality match. And Montez Ford is kind of built for a tables, ladders, and chairs match. He came through, but everybody came through in the midst of that. Lots of great spots, lots of great action, and it paid off, and you could tell the crowd was into it at the end too.
Oh my gosh. You know, Robin, I think you're right in that sense, because I even put it out there and I'm going to be like everybody else, like that should have been on WrestleMania. And of course, like when you think about the tag team match that we did get at WrestleMania, the New Day and the War Raiders, they did not come even close. I mean, they could not be more apart in terms of quality of performances, right? But you're right, though. They did go into this match with a chip on their shoulder with a, hey, man, I got bumped from freaking WrestleMania. Everyone wants to be on WrestleMania. You go into that with a chip on your shoulder. You go in that with a feel that really, it propels you to actually go out there and put your best foot forward. And we don't know how much time they would have or wouldn't have gotten on WrestleMania. So in a way, you're kind of right that they went into this with a more having to prove, having to show something, and got the time to do it. But the moments in this were absolutely incredible. One of my favorite, God, there was a lot. I can't even remember everything right now, but they recreated the Jeff Hardy Edge spot, but they did so with the table. I thought that was freaking cool. They used a fan's prosthetic leg as a weapon. Robin, when I saw that, I'm like, what is it? And then once I actually saw him lift up, I'm like, yo, that is someone's leg. What? And so it was just nonstop, the table spots, the ladder spots, all of it. There was a moment where I forgot who got hit with a chair in the head while they had a chair, so their whole head just spun the other direction. There was just a bunch of really creative moments during this, and also paid some tributes to some other stuff. Montez Ford, the way that he was trapped in the ladder by the end, but then somehow got out of it and was able to climb up. There were so many cool moments during this. If you didn't get a chance to watch this episode of SmackDown, go out of your way to check out that main event. It was one that is pay-per-view caliber.
Yeah, and I think my favorite part was actually the way Montez Ford was able to get up the ladder and get the titles. For all the big, brutal spots, and there were a lot of them, over the top rope, through the tables, through the ladders, all that. The ingenuity and the agility to be able to get up there and get the titles that way, I thought was kind of cool. So that was actually my favorite moment at the end.
Oh, I loved it, man. I thought Street Profits looked so great. Someone in the chat mentioned, like, I can't wait till we see Street Profits and Fraxiom. I'm like, stop it. That's really great. So here's the thing, Robin, and this is why I also want to take a second to put this over a little bit. You and I haven't been so hot on what they've been doing for the SmackDown tag team division. I feel like after this match, they completely turned that around, where now, if they wanted to, they can continue this with this being a hotter division than it has been in the last couple of weeks. And don't mind me, there has been some sporadic good matches here and there, but this one, I think, has been the official turning point on how I feel about the SmackDown tag team division.
Well, there's a lot of good tag teams on SmackDown. It's not that there weren't the quality competitors. It just felt like a little juice was missing. This was interesting, though, because I generally don't think it's the wrestling that brings the heat. The wrestling is the payoff to the heat. But in this case, the wrestling may have brought the heat, where you felt afterwards, you're like, all right, okay, I feel good about the Motor City Machine Guns. All right, I feel good about Ciampa, like in everything that happened there, and Gargano, and obviously the Street Profits too. I mean, everybody came off looking good in that performance, and you could see why they would want their licks back. You could see why the Street Profits would have something to brag about, and maybe it's that little bit of a powder keg to give the tag division some oomph when it had the quality participants, but it just kind of felt like it was there before.
Yes, I agree with that. And just to put this into perspective, John Cena was on this show. John Cena is the second thing we're going to get into today. It's not the first thing. Usually John Cena's on the show. This is the first thing we're talking about because it's John Cena. No, the first thing we're talking about today is the great work that the tag team did, that all the tag teams did today. They absolutely freaking killed it. We got a couple of super chats here. This is from CJ, who says, is it just me that thinks the Street Profits heel turn was pointless? Fans just wanted a serious push, and it shows that they be in the crowds as heels. Yeah, I think had they done more with the Street Profits as heels, it could have gone somewhere. especially because we were kind of seeing the same version of the Street Profits over and over again. And then also it's kind of weird too, because I think a lot of people were also at one point anticipating for Montez Ford to go off and be a single star, as well as Angelo Dawkins, and neither of those things really happened. So I think had the heel turn been done executed nicely, then okay, great. We could have gone a little bit better had it been executed better, but it just wasn't. And so now at least we're back to the Profits that we do like, which is just the cool guys that go out there and put good wrestling matches.
Yeah, and look, they've always had a lot of potential. I mean, we've talked about what Montez Ford could be as a single star, but I think Dawkins has gotten way better over the years as well, and he had some big moments in this match too. I mean, he's the one that sort of recreated the TLC spot from 17, right? Or at least a spear bit, and with his size, it's impressive to see him do that stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. When I saw Dawkins starting to start to frame himself, I'm like, yo, he's so big and he's about to do it. It's always more impressive when you see the Meteor guys do this kinds of stuff. So yeah, it's great. Thank you, CJ. We got CJ again, who also says, I'll push back on that argument. They could have easily cut that El Grande Americano match and the other tag match that's your time there instantly improves Mania. Right, but I think we kind of realized that WWE has sort of taken an approach where they want to see more people on the show versus, oh, let's make more time for this match because we think it deserves more time. It's more about getting people on the card is what it feels like nowadays. And yeah, you could make those tweaks again. There's so many different arguments you can make about how this WrestleMania was booked, but at the end of the day, they made the decisions they made. Thank you, CJ. We got Anthony Giuliano here who says, hey, Denise and Robin, what was your opinion of WrestleMania and The Rock not showing up? I see you wearing your new Punk shirt, Denise. Thank you, Anthony. I'm really obsessed with this shirt. I've talked a whole lot about The Rock not showing up. Robin, how have you felt about that?
His comments kind of pissed me off, if I'm being real about it. And I'll get to it in the John Cena segment too, because it's sort of related, but it left a bad taste in my mouth about everything that I didn't necessarily even feel that bad about, because I'm thinking, okay, where are they going with it? But the way that he said it made it seem so half-assed and haphazard, like he came together to try and save things and painted himself in that role, and then it didn't get paid off. So either it is this long work, as he put it, and eventually we're going to figure out what he was there doing with his dumbass countdown and with everything that's transpired in between, the kill sign with Cena turning heel, or it makes me feel like this whole John Cena bit was half-baked, which is a bad thing when you're talking about one of the all-time greats who's never done a full heel turn like that. So even if it was the case, don't tell me it's the case. That makes it worse. And so I hated what The Rock said this week, to be quite honest. And the only way he can make it up to me is by showing back up and doing the Final Boss character, because he's great at it. But he came off like a pompous ass, and he made the company look bad.
I think what I got from that, and my biggest takeaway, was that he and Triple H are not on the same side. It does not seem like that. If, obviously we could speculate, hey, that there's maybe some tension or some disagreements. Before, it was all really just speculation, right? We could assume, we could predict. Based off of that interview, that was my biggest takeaway was, ooh, these two guys, they ain't on the same page. And it felt like to me, like The Rock was basically saying like, yeah, I would have done it better. I would have finessed it better. And I do think in a way, like, look, The Rock was already part of that. The Rock was already involved in it. I wish that he wouldn't have not been involved in it towards the end. But I do see also what The Rock meant when he said that they had 6 weeks to like make it more about John Cena, make it more about Cody without it having to be about The Rock. And they really, really did it, right? So I get what he meant by that. But at that point, it was a little too late. He was involved regardless. And I do think that the second they brought in Travis, like I think they should have expected that people were going to expect for The Rock to come out too. And I could tell that there was a big discrepancy when The Rock said, oh, this moment should have just been about John Cena. It should have just been about John Cena. And that's what he told, apparently that's what he told WWE. That's what he told Triple H. And then they went out and brought Travis Scott. So I'm like, I don't know, man. All I know from this is that these two guys are not on the same page from the looks of it.
Well, Travis Scott's inclusion made sense. He was there. The Rock's absence didn't make sense in retrospect, connecting it all, because Rock can say whatever he wants. It should be about John Cena. Who were we led to believe that John Cena turned heel at the behest of? The Rock was standing in the fucking ring. So you can't really sit there and say he had nothing to do with it or he wasn't a part of it. Travis Scott was there too. Like that was a callback to what happened then. It was the fact that he was missing that made people go, okay, you know your role in this whole thing.
It's messy. Honestly, that's all I can say. It's messy. It's interesting that he decided to do the interview on Pat McAfee's show. The comments that he wrote back to Dave. I mean, all of it. It's just messy, the whole thing. And it kind of sucks that what was a really cool moment at Elimination Chamber, John Cena turning heel, ended up being this. And that brings us into, let's go ahead and get into it. John Cena and Randy Orton. So that happened here today. All right. So on Raw, John Cena cut this promo and Randy comes out, RKOs him. So we kind of know, okay, this is where we're going. Today on SmackDown, John didn't even get a word in. Randy Orton comes out and we get this back and forth. And I was not expecting what they ended up doing in this back and forth, Robin. It was basically Randy telling him, I've known you for 25 years. You've done all of these things for 25 years, most Make-A-Wish stuff, all of that, right? And he said, but there's clearly a void in you. And I'm looking at it, I'm totally, locked into what they're saying, right? And then he says, you don't have kids. I was like, what? This is not where I thought that this was going to go. And then John Cena went on this whole tangent about how he raised all of the kids and he's a better parent than everybody else. And he parented all of the kids and this and that. And I honestly thought that shit was hilarious because it was so out of left field that I wasn't expecting it, that it really, really threw me off there. But I mean, this ended with some more back and forth between Randy and John. They made the match official for Backlash. And, Randy gets him with an RKO at the end of this segment. So for me, I thought that this was a perfectly fine segment. I was interested in it. I laughed. I didn't hate what they did. It's kind of silly. It's kind of goofy, but I didn't hate it. What did you think, Robin?
Yeah, I just can't I'm watching all this stuff and I vacillate between like awkward. Is this awkward what's going on? Or am I entertained by what's going on?
Right.
Yeah, and so when he delivered that line, I felt that way. And John Cena's entire now arc or whatever you're calling it, I kind of feel that way because I'm like, all right, they sort of cheered him at WrestleMania, but he got the boos tonight. And some of his lines land, like the one about I raised your kids land. But he keeps cutting promos on the crowd every time. That's basically who he's cutting the promos against. It's sort of strange to see him in the heel role and Orton in the babyface role, which Orton pointed out as well. I guess I'm into it. I mean, I guess I'm into the match and the build. It's hard for me to separate, Denise, what we were just talking about with this, because I'm wondering, like, was it all streamlined or did it, here we go. Let's RKO out of nowhere, Randy Orton out of nowhere. And now we've got our Backlash main event.
Do you think there's a chance that Randy actually walks out champion?
No.
Me either. I kind of want him to, though, but I know it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, because how, like, again, talking about, like, undercutting yourself, you can't do the John Cena heel turn and then beat Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania and then take the title off him a month later. This needs to eventually have a grand payoff. Whatever they did, whatever monstrosity they did, the toothpaste can't get back in the tube, but it better brush my teeth by the end of it.
All right, well, as long as the teeth are healthy and brushed, we can move forward with that. No, but I get you. I get what you mean by this. It's just I feel that way too, Robin, sometimes where I'm listening to the promos. I'm like, this is funny, but is it good? Is it good in the grand scheme of things, right? And that, how everything plays out will continue to be seen, right? But as of right now, look, I don't hate this. I'm invested in Randy and John Cena. I care about where they're going with this. And I'm just like, God, I'm just hoping that this gets better than what we saw. It's just so disappointing that things went down the way that they did with Cody. And I want to see Cody also come back and redeem himself in the sense that They made him look so silly at WrestleMania. I don't want Cody Rhodes walking around with the L above his head, Like, he needs to come back and redeem himself, not just by winning back the championship, but by winning back the people, in the sense that I'm not saying he lost to people or anything like that, but you don't want anyone to think of you as like, oh, you were dumb in this match. You don't want anyone thinking about that. Exactly. You don't want to be seen as a tool. No, you don't. And that's where I want him to redeem himself.
Yeah, and he's been tooled out a few times. I mean, the puppy dog face with The Rock taking his spot last year, which worked out really well in his favor eventually. But then even the whole Rock selling your soul thing, he waited a whole damn week, before.
What are you doing? You shouldn't be waiting a whole last week for that, bro. Any normal person would be running out of the building.
Yeah, exactly. So he's contemplating, do I give this man my soul? And then we figure after that happens, we find out it was all rubbish anyway, that there was never actually going to be a ride that Dwayne was taking us on. And then finally.
Hearing you say this makes me really sad. Like, as a Cody fan, what are they doing to Cody?
Yeah, and then the end of the match, like, oh no, I'm not gonna do it, by golly. I'm not gonna hit you with the belt. I'm too much of a good, upstanding competitor.
I was screaming, Robin. I was saying, Cody, hit him with the damn belt. The referee ain't fucking looking. Hit him with the damn belt. I felt like jumping into the screen and grabbing that belt and doing it my damn self. That's what that moment felt like. What are we doing here? Hearing you say this and recap it makes me feel really, really bad.
Well, yeah, and what happens with Cody now, right? Because he had this, he had one of the most organic, momentous things a year and change ago. And now you have all that stuff I just laid out. Plus, the crowd was cheering John Cena over him and sort of booing him a little bit. And then he does the tool thing. So how does he redeem himself from there? Like, and the Rock basically also was like, yeah, I wanted him to turn heel. So like, what is going on?
This is wild, guys. This is the timeline we're in right now. So I don't even know what to say. Let me get into some more super chats here. We got Anthony Giuliano here who says, sad, my favorite is injured. Bianca, hope she gets back soon. Yeah, she's got some broken fingers, but damn, she put a hell of a match. They got themselves a 5-star match. Respect to those women. We got Sleaze Boy here who says, if you ever see Drew McIntyre, tell him he needs to worry about paying his student loan rather than chasing the title. Sheamus exposed him on Hot Ones. What? I need to see this. I didn't see nothing about student loans. Does he still own student loans? Own them? That's funny.
I guess that's what Sheamus alluded to, but I'm just trusting Sleaze Boy here.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that. Like, there's been so much great content that I need to catch up. I also want to see Rhea Ripley. She was on Kevin Hart's show when they're in like the tub. I want to see that too. Thank you, Sleaze Boy. All right, we got Bob Ross Jr. with a very generous super chat. Bob, thank you so much. He says, the WrestleMania Backlash card appears strong. No, we're not calling it WrestleMania Backlash no more. I used to hate that. I hated that, Robin, when they were calling it WrestleMania Backlash. Well, get out of here. Just call it fucking Backlash. So the Backlash card appears strong, featuring matchups like John Cena versus Randy Orton, CM Punk and Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins and Braun, and a U.S. title match between Fatu, Drew, LA Knight, and Priest. Yeah, let's get into that because that was kind of a lot that happened here. So, Drew McIntyre ended up getting involved in this U.S. title picture. They ended up making a match between LA Knight and Drew McIntyre to determine the new #1 contender. And I'm like, where is this going? We ended up seeing Solo attack LA Knight. And Drew ends up, he looks like he's about to get the wins at the hands of the help of Solo Sikoa. But then Damian Priest, who we didn't know was there, ended up coming out and attacking Drew McIntyre. And so then what ensued afterwards was just madness. Everybody was fighting with everybody. At one point, Jacob Fatu came flying out of nowhere, did a dive, took everyone out. I mean, it was just crazy. A lot went down with this, but all I gotta say is Jacob Fatu ran amok. He was attacking everybody. He was doing his moonsaults. He was just going crazy, super over with the crowd. Earlier in the night, Solo Sikoa did cut a promo, and he was like kind of taking credit for everything that Jacob Fatu had done, and Jacob Fatu was not having it with that. So that's another thing. So there was just a lot that happened here. Jacob Fatu is hella over. I was surprised to see Drew McIntyre in this, but now seeing where it's leading and that they're continuing the stuff with Damian Priest, I do like that. What'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, I like the way that Jacob Fatu wears the title around his neck on the way out. I like the bit with Solo. I do hope it's multiple participants because I don't want to see a run back of Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. That was two of the things that fell a little flat to me, was like, oh, okay, here comes Damian Priest attacking Drew McIntyre, and we'll get to the other later, which was, Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton again. Like, things that we feel like we've seen, maybe even Naomi and Jade Cargill, a lot of like rehashing of what we just saw, when I feel like WrestleMania is supposed to close the book on some of that and open the new chapters. But nonetheless, Jacob Fatu's run with that title could be really good. I could see a multi-person chaos match like is alluded to here by Mr. Bob Ross Jr. And I overall, that's my biggest takeaway is the Jacob Fatu thing ain't going nowhere. You know, LA Knight and Drew McIntyre cut some good promo back and forth. I thought Drew actually got the best of that war of words, but Fatu just has this charisma and aura that's just working for him now, complete with some of his catchphrases starting to get over. People just like to say the Fatu, and they, you know what I mean? You know, all that stuff, all gas, no brakes, like all of it's working for him.
You nailed it right there, man. I love that he's still doing the all gas, no brakes, because the first time he said that, everybody was like, ooh, that's a cool line. And I was wondering if he was going to continue using it, and he did. And I think you're right in everything that you said, that I do also want to see it be more of a multi-man match. I was wondering if they're going to just redo Fatu and LA Knight and Drew and Damian Priest, but to shake it up a little bit, they could do a four-way just to make it a little bit different, right? And again, I don't want to see Fatu lose his belt. I want to see him continue that. I don't mind them continuing the story with Drew and Priest. I just wonder what's going on next with LA Knight. So there's a lot, but at least the United States Championship picture is looking a lot more spicier now. And then at some point, you know that you're going to see Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa once that actually plays out. Bob Ross, thank you so much for this generous super chat. We got CJ here who says, Cena has eaten a finisher 4 promos in a row. He has, with Cody, with Randy. Yeah, he's been on that for sure. You're right about that. Sleaze Boy says, who attacked Bayley? Well, looking at Tatum, Paxley has been stalking Bayley's Twitter and her affection for Lyra. The attacker is Santos Escobar. Can you imagine if Santos attacked Bayley? I don't know. Maybe they'll reveal that Becky Lynch ended up doing it. I'm assuming because she's a heel. That's the only thing I can think of right now.
And that happened real quick. Also, you know, there was a lot of discussion about Bayley losing that spot in that way. So you hope there's a nice redemption arc for Bayley off of that, you know, it is a little bit of a long-term play where she gets to come out of it looking strong.
Yeah, I think so too. Thank you, Sleaze Boy. We got Anthony Giuliano here who says, why is WWE not using the Rock team, Brian, to write the storyline or help WWE improve the story? WrestleMania 40 was better than WrestleMania 41. I just think it's different people with different people that they want to use and work with and whatnot. That's just my assumption on that. Thank you, Anthony. We got CJ here who says it's because Priest is a stalker, needs a Claymore. The running joke now, Robin, is that Damian Priest is Drew McIntyre stalker.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, CJ. All right. With that being said, I want to go ahead and get into some of the other big topics of the night. I think we got to get into Alistair Black, by the way, because Alistair Black made his return to WWE here today. The former Malachi Black in AEW, and then, of course, the former Alistair Black in WWE prior to that. He made a big name for himself on NXT, went on the main roster, unfortunately didn't get the same kind of push that he was getting on NXT, ended up leaving to AEW, thought it was going to be hot stuff, did some good stuff on AEW, but then towards the end, he was pretty much like non-existent on the brand. It felt like really the attention was more so on Brody King and Buddy Matthews and Julia Hart, to the point where I didn't even feel like Malachi Black was needed there. But he came in today and took out The Miz, cleaned him out. This was fun to see him, and it happened right after Zelina Vega, by the way, won the United States Championship from Chelsea Green. So I guess we can kind of mesh those two together, because it was a good day for both husband and wife, Malachi Black and, I'm sorry, God damn it, that's going to bother me for a bit, Alistair Black and Zelina. I'm so used to saying Malachi Black, guys. I get used to this stuff.
Yeah, no, the Zelina Vega thing caught me, I guess, slightly by surprise. But, you know, nice to see her get that moment. I like the finish of that match. And the refs kicking everybody out and then her hitting her spot. So I thought her finisher and I thought that worked really well. As far as the return, I like the production value of it. I like them keeping the music. I liked all of that. The one nitpick I have is I didn't think the announcers sold it enough in that moment. Like, I didn't think Tessitore in particular, it felt like it wasn't a return. You know, they were like, oh, there he is, you know, and it was like, no, you got to sell that after all that production value and the return. You know, the Miz was sort of the sacrificial lamb for it. Overall, I thought it looked cool. That would be my only nitpick. It had nothing to do with the actual performers, but I thought on the broadcast, they could have been like, holy shit, a little bit more.
I saw that from a couple of people in the chat. They were saying that they felt like Joe Tessitore wasn't bringing the energy for that. Wade Barrett, I thought, was bringing the energy. At one point, I was laughing so hard at Wade because he was like, oh my God, he's here. And I'm like, okay, great. Like, that's the kind of energy, right, that you want. And I did see some people kind of echo the same sentiment that you did, where they kind of felt like Joe was just kind of like, oh, here he is, you know?
Yeah, I was like, did I miss his return before? And this is me back.
He's back again. No, I get it. So yeah, there were a couple of people that kind of echoed that same feeling. All right. Let me go ahead and I mean, in terms of expectations though, do you have any expectations of what you want to see for Alistair? I think for me, I guess I kind of want to be reminded once again of why I'm a fan. It's been a minute for me since I've seen him, you know, go out there and put on a hell of a spectacle. It's been a minute.
Well, it's a clean slate, right? And a new chance. I think that the real challenge is the debuts and the returns are easy to do, right? Like, they're easy to do. It's like, oh my goodness, I haven't heard this music. Oh, there's the promo vignettes that led up to it. Here it is. Great. What next? You know, what's the depth of that character? Where does he go from the, you know, kicking the Miz in the face is great, but why do I want to see him the next week? Why do I want to see him? And I'm not saying he's done anything to make me not. But that's where I think the real selling point is, because I think especially those characters that are shrouded a little bit in darkness and mystery, it's a little bit more difficult for them to have the staying power. I mean, you know, the Wyatt Six have struggled with that in recent times. So that I think is the real challenge is what's his character going to be? What's the edge going to be? What's the direction for him going to be? Because you don't want it to peter out quickly. The returns seem to get a good amount of investment and attention.
Yeah, I also thought his return was done way better than what they did with Rusev over on the Raw side. I was like, yo, that was weak. But at least they did a lot better with Alistair here. All righty, we got a super chat here from Anthony Giuliano who says, we got 1 month left to Money in the Bank. Who is the hottest man and woman to win that? Any ideas? Possible Chelsea Green and Braun Breaker. Someone mentioned earlier today Naomi for the women's Money in the Bank, and I kind of like that, especially after today we saw Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. I was not expecting them to do this match. Loved what they did there. And afterwards, Naomi came. Well, actually, the match ended with Naomi coming in there and just going like running crazy rampant. All of these shots, she's just like hitting Jade Cargill. That was great. And then so she attacks her. Then Nia attacks Tiffany Stratton right afterwards. So I do like the idea of it being Naomi. I can also see it being Jade. I think that would be kind of cool. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways that they can go about it. With man, I'm not really too sure for the males who that should be. I guess I'm still not really totally on board yet with who I want.
Has Logan Paul won a Money in the Bank yet?
No, I don't think so. I don't want to see Logan Paul with that. No.
That's like, come on.
He is always gone, though. So it could work. I see what you're saying, though, because when he comes back, it would be like the moment of like, oh, he's going to cash in the briefcase. If not, why would he come back? So it'd be easier to maybe trick the crowd.
And flaunting it in his promos from away or whatever that he's got it. I don't know. He feels like a perfect Money in the Bank kind of guy. I like your idea of Naomi, maniacal Naomi with the Money in the Bank briefcase, you know, perching to cash it in at any moment. But yeah, Logan Paul would be my pick on the other side.
Thank you so much to Anthony Giuliano.
Your face. You just say, I hate Logan Paul.
I'm like, whatever. So I didn't even think his WrestleMania match with AJ Styles was good. And I'm like, bro, like, come on. You had AJ Styles there. Like, how are you not having a great match? Hassan Batla here says, I want a Black Priest faction. Kind of like what they did with the House of Black. Yeah, that could be cool. Thank you, Hassan. We got Larice Johnson here who says, I would say I want to see a female bloodline between Naomi and Nia Jax. It could happen. I mean, we did see them kind of across paths today. And Naomi basically told her, like, you better proceed with caution. And Nia Jax was like, you're rude. Thank you, Larice. All right. Earlier in the night, let me kind of rewind and get into some of the topics we haven't kind of covered just yet. Fraxiom, Nathan Frazier and Axiom got a big win over Los Garzas. And I say big win because it was on SmackDown, not necessarily the poor Garzas who they're always doing dirty. But dude, Fraxiom looked incredible. They're so much fun. What'd you think, Robin?
Yeah, a lot of fast-paced action there. And I think you had a comment that you read who wanted to see them against the Street Profits are involved in that as well, which goes to show you maybe there is a little bit of momentum building for the tag division. But they're very entertaining to watch and super, super fast-paced. So I think looking forward to seeing more from them for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. By the way, I actually think we kind of covered everything already because I'm like, we already talked about the TLC. We got that. I don't know how we did that so fast. Oh, we did have a John Cena R-Truth moment backstage. I didn't mention that. And it was basically him telling him that he wants to be him when he grows up.
Yeah, and then who said you already? Jimmy Uso said you already grew up or something.
Yeah. That was pretty fun. Okay, we already covered Drew and LA Knight and that whole thing. Miz and Alistair, Zelina winning the title. Great moment for her. US title stuff, we covered it. Tiffany Jade covered it. I'm trying to go through. Yeah, we covered all of SmackDown already. Holy shit, that was so fast. It like flew by.
In a fraction of a second.
Yeah, I was like, wait, there's going to be one more thing in there that we did not mention. But no, we covered it all, guys. With that being said, we do got another super chat here. This is from Anthony who says, Denise, are you going to Petco Park for Survivor Series? You know, I would love to go because, you know, it's kind of cool that it's at Petco Park. But I've been doing this thing now where I'd like to do my watch-alongs instead and then do my post shows right afterwards just because I'm able to get more content. And at the end of the day, that's, you know, my primary job. So I may or may not. I guess once I get closer to the date, I'll kind of decide what I end up doing there. Thank you, Anthony. We got Bob Ross Jr. here who says Fraxiom is on SmackDown. We need a funnel of Raw and NXT tag. Oh, sorry. We need a funeral of Raw and NXT tag team divisions. Yeah, the SmackDown tag team division right now is the only thing worth talking about.
Definitely has the stranglehold on the tag teams at the moment.
They do. They definitely do. Thank you so much, Bob Ross Jr., for your support. With that being said, guys, that is Friday Night Smackdown after Mania. If you enjoyed the show, please, we're here each and every single Friday covering SmackDown, talking about the show, what went down, all of that. Also, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm posting daily pro wrestling content. Today, I dropped an all-elite crate unboxing video. Tomorrow, I'm going to be dropping my WrestleMania 41 vlog, so you can check that out. Plus, all of the WrestleMania content is up every day. There's something going up here. Robin, what do you got? Tell the people.
Yeah, follow me on X at Robin Lundberg, Robin Lundberg Show on YouTube as well. If you're into the basketball, Indiana Fever, Women's Fast Break on SI. And I keep saying it here, but I'm eventually launching the wrestling channel with my son. We're getting the ball rolling. I had to send him Denise feedback on some of his videos, and I'm hoping he takes the constructive feedback because he's got his YouTube channel up. But sometimes he'll put the title. I'm like, you got to put the keywords in the title, dude. You got to, you know, like he was saying why he did a series on why he thinks Braun Breaker aligned with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman, but he didn't put their names in the title. So.
Aw, poor thing.
I was like, dude, you got to put their names in the title.
He'll get it. I'm telling you, there's going to be a superstar pretty soon.
Yeah, no doubt. What? And can I see your shirt?
Oh, yes. It's this one right here. Look.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no. I was wondering. It's kind of like
There's
like,
the back part too, but you can't.
It's kind of like David Bowie-esque.
I don't know. I just know that I really like it, and it looks cool.
I like it too.
It looks like almost looks like a band T-shirt, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. David Bowie, like an 80s kind of shirt for a guy like that. Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly why I like it, and I got a really big size, so I kind of wear it as a dress. So I really, really like it. Yeah. Alrighty, well there you go, guys. That's our show. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone. Take care.
Yeet.